I can take the dick off the table based upon my standard. You aren't gonna get hold of this dick if you ain't being the woman I need you to be. You need to realize that you need to cook, clean. You gotta understand that you're not the only woman. And if you can accept that, that's fine. That's just the beginning, because you gotta work hard for me, because I work hard for me. So that means if you get with me, it's not gonna be easy street, because I need to be satisfied, because it ain't no happy wife, happy life bullshit. It's happy Steve, happy Steve.
Being strong with self, understanding who you are, that is the biggest defense to bitch ass weak men.
And there's no excuses for the men not to be strong. But see, there's so many forces. And then so many men are embracing weakness.
I can't stand weak men. Like, I don't like to talk to them. It's hard for me to talk to these losers. I've always been a winner at the winner's table.
You know, I believe it's a sin to impregnate a woman who can't raise a child, you know, or impregnate a woman who's not fit to be a mother. And I think we have a responsibility in what we see today in these weak ass little feminine boys.
I can't tell another man what to do, but I can't dress feminine. I can't wear nail polish. It's just something that I can't do. Why? Because if I'm walking down the street and somebody's having trouble with a flat tire, I want them to feel that they can come to me and ask me, hey man, could you help me out with this? Because those are the type of things that a man will help out with. So I need to look like a man so they can know where to come for help.
Yeah, it is such a thing as toxic masculinity in the minds of bitch ass motherfuckers.
Talk about masculinity, assertiveness, authenticity, transparency. How can a guy who's straight up and honest with what he does be toxic?
If the media can train you to think something bad about it, you hear the word and you want to instantly have a certain reaction. You stop thinking, you start feeling. And when people learn to think and feel and not think through their feelings, that's when they can evaluate a person holistically. And they can say, is this toxic masculinity, or did I just hear something I didn't like? And why did I not like it? And only let me go within myself to see why.
I don't never look at no motherfucker and say, oh, that's a toxic masculine motherfucker. I never ever had, I didn't even know. That was an invented concept from a weak motherfucker that was like, I'm just tired of this motherfucker trying to tell me what to do and bully you over me with this bullshit.
What's going to make you successful is just understanding who you are and getting your mind right and being happy with who you are. That is the thing that's going to really make you successful. Because after you get all the toys, after you get all these things going on, you've had sex with all the women you want to have sex with, you traveled all the places, you're still going to be you, and you're going to always come back to you.
Why do I do this? Why are we even doing this documentary? I want guys to be in the best position possible. There's no way that I'm raising my voice or calling you a bitch ass nigga because I'm trying to hurt your feelings. I'm calling you a bitch ass nigga because you're doing bitch ass nigga shit. And if you continue doing bitch ass nigga shit, you're going to end up in bitch ass nigga situations. You get what I'm saying? So when I call you a bitch ass nigga, trust me, it's because I love you.
Game Kings 2, The Definition of Man, is out right now. Click the link below or go straight to masculineidentity.com to get your copy today. Still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the woman you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, The Definition of Game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Top Soil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Masculine Identity Soap. This luxurious, quality, high lather, high moisturizing, all natural bar soap has been handcrafted with care and consistency to provide a quality cleansing experience for self-care, focus, and productivity. Specially formulated for cold showers. Stay clean, gentlemen. Masculine Identity Soap.
Click the links below to get private one-on-one coaching sessions with Mr. Locario or Miles Cunningham to step up your game. These coaching sessions are designed to help you with your specific needs in the dating game. So make sure you click the links below right now so that you can step up your game today. Yo, we here. What's good, what's poppin'?
Yes.
Your boy, Mr. Locario, Miles Cunningham in the building. What's good? Shout out to everybody.
Yes.
What's going on, man?
Man, what's going on, Locario? Happy Friday, man. Just living that life, man, making it happen, doing the thing. Oh, shout out to the cats on the Masculine Identity membership.
Yeah.
And shout out to everybody that gets the soap. You know what I mean?
Get the soap. Yes. Make sure you guys get the soap.
And yeah, man, appreciate y'all, man. Out here just taking care of business, doing some swimming and shit like that. Oh, there's a new video on my YouTube channel. I want everybody to go check it out, man. It starts out with this nigga crying, talking about he with a woman that don't make him feel safe and all this shit. So I need every man to hear that message. So make sure y'all go check out the latest video on my YouTube channel, man. Appreciate you, man. What's going on with you, Locario? I like that shirt, man. That raw shit is fire.
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, just out here, loving life, doing my thing. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's crazy out here. Niggas is really wanting chicks to make them feel safe. Is that what we doing?
Yeah, that's what the nigga said. And you don't make me feel safe. Oh shit.
Yo.
Let me see if I can show y'all this shit.
We got to see that shit real quick.
Provide safety for you, but you cannot reciprocate it for me. I deserve to feel safe too. A number of black men internally there.
You see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna stop it right there because the music in the background, I can't even monetize that shit because of the music in the background. But yeah, that's the shit. You don't even make me feel safe. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, nigga.
Yo, how can a woman make you feel safe?
How can a woman make you feel safe, my bro?
So I don't understand this shit. What is wrong with y'all niggas?
This is the part that niggas don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
This is why you're a man.
Mm-hmm.
It's all on you.
Right.
Who the fuck you think it's on?
Mm-hmm.
You think it's on the kids?
Right.
You think it's on the bitch? You think it's on the white man?
Yo.
I'm just throwing shit out. You think it's on social media?
It's crazy.
It's on you.
Exactly. That's a fact. And it's funny, even for example, usually when a motherfucker has security, ain't it usually a man? You see what I'm saying? It's usually a man. So what the fuck are we talking about?
Look, the Dora Milaje are fictional characters from Marvel Studios, nigga. Real niggas know if you want some real fucking security, you got other dudes around you with guns and other equipment.
Right.
Fuck is we talking about?
Yo, I swear, these dudes out here is hilarious, man. I don't get this shit.
Yo, every single day that passes, God blesses us, the universe blesses us with a new day, and we got to be thankful. But every day that passes, I see exactly why we do what we do.
That's a fact. That's real fucking talk.
Every fucking day that passes, man. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
It ain't no, bro. We running out of real niggas.
It's not enough.
I'm telling you, yo, I swear, and I'm not saying this on no arrogant shit, but I really would. When a nigga like me transition, nigga, y'all better download as many fucking Miles Cunningham videos as you can.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling y'all.
Play them shits back every day. Because when a nigga like me transition, you can count on one hand how many niggas is left. How many real niggas that's gonna tell you the truth?
Right.
The fuck? Yeah, come on, bro. Man, let me tell you something. I don't even wish for immortality because it's gonna be nothing but bitch niggas around me if I live forever.
Oh yeah. It's getting worse. What? It's getting worse.
What?
It's getting worse. So you guys, I'm telling you, this is why I need this game. Like we try to tell y'all, we're not even suggesting this. We're telling you need it. Like you actually need this. You understand what I'm saying? So guys, do not sleep on this shit, man. And guys, if you want to call up, calling numbers 919-647-9392, 919-647-9392. If you have a question, put a Q in the chat. We'll get to your question. And today's topic, we're talking about your obsession with her beauty is dangerous and how you're creating entitled women. And shout out to Frankie Shy, because he sent me this video of this chick, and I've seen her on TikTok a few times or whatever. So she talks about dating relationships and things like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this video. It's about like maybe 2 minutes, and we're gonna hear what she's saying, because this is what happens when you guys put women's looks on a pedestal. This is what happens when you guys are tricking and simping out here because of how a woman looks. This is what happens when you guys are worried about receipts and all that other stupid shit. This is what happens when you guys put women on a pedestal thinking, hey, I should pass her shit test because she's a hot chick and blah, blah. All you guys with all this hot chick worship, I want you to pay attention to what this woman is saying in this video. And this is the type of shit you guys are creating, and this is why you're gonna have a hard time in the dating game. But let's play this real quick.
A lot of women believe that there's no harm in going out on a date with men, and I'm talking just dates, right? No sex, no expectation of anything afterwards, a first date, y'all get dinner and y'all go home. Y'all probably never even see each other again if y'all don't like each other. And they would look at that situation and be like, no harm, no foul, because I didn't sleep with him. Let me just tell you, there is harm, there is foul. I think that a lot of women have not come to grasp the concept of them having social currency and the value that a man obtains from even being in proximity to a pretty woman. But men have been clocked this. Men have long understood the social currency that they gain from just having pretty women around them. And you see it in all different facets of life, even as something as simple as the club. The guys want the pretty girls in the section with them, right? What are they truly gaining from that? Even the term trophy wife. Women are a social status to men. You'll even hear other men say that they know exactly how a man is living by looking at his wife. If she's put up, if she's well kept, if she looks good, if she shows up and shows out, he knows that that man is truly taking care of her. Just the visuals of a woman next to a man is going to be a positive thing for him. And this is before we even get into the Snapple facts about married men making more money on average. Right? They're able to move up in their careers faster and make more money because they're seen as more trustworthy just because they're married and have somebody depending on him. I want women to stop believing that just because they didn't pay for the date and they didn't give a man sex, that she didn't give anything to him during that date. Yes, she did. You are making that man look good by even sitting across the table from him. And my whole thing is, are you going to trust God to reveal your spouse or not? Because if you trust God to reveal your one spouse, because you only get one wedding, one marriage, one true marriage at least in this lifetime, if you really trust him, you wouldn't be taking it in your hands to, oh, let me go out on as many dates as possible. That's not the method. You can go out on dates for years and not get married. You're either going to trust God with your dating life or you're not.
All right. So so she's saying a lot in there. So basically what she was saying is that a woman being, you know, good looking is social currency for the guy. This ups his status and, you know, it makes him like that guy. And, you know, as a woman, you know, you're giving this guy all of this like energy and attention and you're the trophy wife and all this other stuff. Now, again, check this out. She's not wrong because a lot of simps and tricks, this is how shit goes. This is what happens. See, this is the type of mentality that women have because you guys put their looks on a pedestal. So they think all they got to do is look good. Yeah. And they can treat you any way they want to treat you and you'll still chase them. Why? Because they look good. They can shit test you and you'll still go after them. Why? Because they look good. They can disrespect you. You still go after them. Why? Because they look good. And see, this is the result of you guys putting women's looks on a pedestal. You see what I'm saying? Listen, there's nothing wrong with, you know, trying to make something happen with a woman that you think is attractive. The problem is that a lot of guys, what you've done is you put women on a pedestal and just let them do whatever, say whatever, be however, just so that you can show the woman off to your friends so that you can feel good walking around with her. So basically what happens is everything she was saying in that video is really male's fault. It's these guys out here's fault for creating this situation to where women, they think all they have to bring to the table is makeup and BBLs and all the other shit. And this is why you're going to have a hard time in the dating game. You guys are like, oh man, it's, I can't get the baddies and, oh, well, how does your girl look and all this other shit. All these things that you guys say is the reason why this type of situation exists. You understand? This is why fucking what the red beard dude that I was fucking doing the quote unquote debate with, when he's showing all the horrors that he shows in fucking Colombia or Brazil, when he was talking about, oh, a woman's beauty is everything and all this other stuff. He's the type of guys who follow him, guys who adhere to that shit. This is why women start thinking this way. And this is why women give you pushback resistance and start acting funny when you try to make shit happen. Because what you've done is you put her on a pedestal. So all she can do is look down on you. You feel what I'm saying? Because this is the thing. She even said, oh, well, the guy, if he's married, you can tell, how much money he makes because his woman is well kept and all this other nonsense and all this other stupid shit. And again, this is where the tricking comes in. This is where the simping comes in. And you guys are making this shit happen. This is why you're having a hard time, because you create situations where women end up thinking they're better than you. So if she thinks she's better than you, then why the fuck she should respect you, do anything you say, follow your lead or anything like that? You see what I'm saying? Well, Miles, you know this shit though.
Yeah, I think that is the most important part for men to understand, that the only reason why that woman thinks that way is because of men.
Right.
The only reason why she thinks that way is because of men, because it's like we look at these chicks and yes, they're their own human beings and they are, they're I don't know. They're there, right? They're sentient beings, right? They're their own person, right? They make decisions and so on and so forth. But what you don't understand about women, and it's so sad because a lot of these dudes, all they do is quote unquote study female nature, but they have yet to understand it, right? They sit there and they listen to a woman like this talk, and then they get angry at the woman.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, yo, look at female nature. Look at how she thinks her looks is everything. And where the fuck do you think she got that frame of mind from, homie?
Exactly.
Where the fuck do you think she began to think like that from? She started thinking like that because you same motherfuckers put her on a pedestal because of her looks.
Exactly.
She has done nothing.
Mm-hmm.
She has done nothing but put on her clothes and step outside of the house, and you motherfuckers is sucking her butt, kissing her ass, and telling her all of this shit, telling her what she want to hear and buying all of this shit and doing all of this shit.
Right.
These women, it's not their fault. It's and then when we say shit like this, oh well, you guys are caping for women and you guys are not making women have women have no accountability.
Right. Exactly.
How the fuck I'm gonna put somebody? Listen, a woman to me is like a fucking computer. You understand? She operates based on the code that I put in her operating system.
That's a fact.
And as men, this is why we have to realize our importance and our value and our how much we influence and how much accountability we have in the situation.
Right.
Bro, I would say we have like 99.99% accountability for all things.
Right. Exactly.
A woman may have 0.0001.
Mm-hmm.
Only reason why I'll give her that is because, like I said, she's an actual human being.
Mm-hmm.
She's an adult that needs to make decisions.
Right.
So I'll give her the 0.001, but all the rest of that shit belongs to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's my fault.
Right.
Anytime I'm having issues or misunderstanding with a female, I'm always like, what the fuck did I do?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck did I do to make this chick think this way?
Exactly. That's a fact. That's how you know your game is tight. When you start saying to yourself, some shit happened and you're like, what did I do to create this situation that happened right now to occur?
Yeah. Because most of the situations, a lot of you guys don't even realize it, but most of the situations or misunderstandings or problems you're going to get into with women is going to be based on something that you did or didn't do.
Right.
And if it's not that, then it's based on something that some man did or didn't do in her past.
Right.
That's what y'all motherfuckers don't understand. You think women have this nature just because? Mm-hmm. You give women that much fucking credit?
Right.
You're a dummy.
Mm-hmm.
Like the same thing in the video talking about, well, you don't make me feel safe and you don't reciprocate. Reciprocate?
Mm.
For me to look at for me to expect reciprocation from a bitch, that means that I think I'm on the same level as her.
Right.
Reciprocation, that means what I give you, you give me.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't work. Shout out to Terrence Howard. Because he said this on the Bet David podcast the other day. He says a man gives, he doesn't receive.
Mm-hmm. Like he say he gives it, he don't take it.
The man gives, he don't take. He don't take nothing. He don't take it. He gives.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when we're dealing with a woman.
Right.
A man don't take nothing from a woman. We give her.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we this is why we're supposed to provide. This is why usually, we're the ones that pay for everything and all that other shit. You think it's about money? No, it's about influence and leadership. That's what it's really about.
And that's why she has to earn.
That's why she has to earn.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's my nature to provide.
Right.
I'm going to provide regardless. I'm going to produce because I'm a man. That's what I do. I'm a fucking creator.
Mm-hmm.
I create life. But I have to also, even that part is on me, where I have to judge if she's fucking worthy.
That's a fact.
Even that part is on me. You niggas look at a bitch and you think because she's beautiful that she's worthy.
Mm-hmm.
Because she put on a fucking slab of makeup, she's worthy. Because she got a BBL, she's worthy. Because she got some plastic tits or a push-up bra, she's fucking worthy.
Mm-hmm.
No. She's only worthy when she's congruent with me.
Right.
That is the only time she's fucking worthy. Mm-hmm. And you motherfuckers don't know who you are, which is why I created the Masculine Identity Membership.
Facts.
How the fuck you gonna recognize a bad bitch if you ain't a bad motherfucker?
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna recognize wifey if you don't know if you're not a fucking husband?
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna recognize a good woman if you don't know what it is to be a good man?
Mm.
Everything starts with you, but you're so focused on the bitch.
Mm-hmm.
They're so focused on her looks. And granted, guys, I'm not sitting here acting like, nigga, you look at my Instagram. All I do is follow fat ass bitches. So I know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sitting here acting like I'm different or better than the next nigga. But I got a certain level of game where I understand that what I'm looking at still has to reflect me.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if I'm engaging. Instagram is whatever. I could scroll. I could admire a bitch's ass, turn my phone this way. Damn, that bitch ass fat as shit. But would I ever go in her fucking comment section like the rest of these niggas and talk about, oh my God, you're so beautiful, Grand Rising Queen? No, I don't do that shit.
Right, because she's not entitled to that type of energy just because.
And let me tell you something. I found a little loophole where now I stopped actually following bitches. What I do is I just save the post.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even have to follow her.
Right.
But if I want to see that video again of her walking across the street and her ass is moving that right way like I like to see it, I could just go to my saved posts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to actually follow the bitch.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I've been actually figuring out ways to reduce the bullshit where I can get what I want, get my visuals. You know, I'm a photographer. I'm visually stimulated. That's who I am. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I still have enough brain power to understand that there is nothing actually special about this bitch.
Right.
Until she starts speaking my language, until she starts reflecting me, there's nothing special about her.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And it's a fucked up thing because I know when niggas is in droughts, I know when niggas is fiending for pussy, it's tough to really compartmentalize.
Right.
I know it's tough, but this is why you have to make, dating and dealing with women a lifestyle.
Right.
And that's where the Bad Boy membership comes in.
Mm-hmm.
See, we got y'all covered on both fucking ends. Y'all just don't realize it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Because you're supposed to be meeting, saying what's up, and hollering at chicks on a daily basis. And not even necessarily to get their number to date them, but you're supposed to be engaging bitches on a daily basis so it's not new to you.
Exactly.
The problem with most of y'all niggas is because engaging with bitches verbally and socially is new to you, especially when she look good.
Right.
So then her beauty becomes something that is a big deal to you, and it's easy to influence you in that way.
Mm-hmm.
This is why you got to engage.
Right.
Because we was talking behind the scenes, right, Lucario? Because here's what you're gonna start to realize when you engage these bitches. You're gonna be like, the girl looks so good, but their mind is not ready. I don't know.
That's a fact.
That's old school shit. Half y'all niggas know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? But you start to begin to realize that the majority of chicks that you get that butterfly feeling, that nervous feeling in your fucking chest before you go say something to them, when they open up their fucking mouth, and you realize what idiots they are.
Right. Exactly.
You excuse me, I don't mean to say it like that to be derogatory to these chicks, but when you realize what a blank slate they are.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the video the other day from that chick that that a lot of these red pill dudes used to reference. Her name is, I don't know if she still has a channel, but her name is Girl Writes What?
Yeah, I think I know you're talking about. Yeah.
She talked about this like a psychological condition that women have where, and she named it something, a different term, but all she really meant to say was a herd mentality.
Mm-hmm.
A herd mentality is the nature of the woman.
Mm-hmm.
She needs for things to be validated for her to agree with it.
Mm.
So when you approach a woman and you hear her spouting a bunch of shit, just know that somebody implanted that in her.
Right.
She didn't come up with that on her fucking own.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of women are blank fucking slates.
Like, did you ever see that clip of the girl? She was getting interviewed by the guy on the street, and she was like, "That's so misogynistic." He was like, "What does misogynistic mean?" And she didn't know what the fuck it meant.
Like, I don't what?
She's just saying what she heard, but she don't even know what she talking about.
And again, this is not to say anything derogatory about women. What I'm trying to explain to you, gentlemen, is that this is the nature of the female. They need to be influenced because their purpose is to receive and enhance. And in order to fulfill their purpose, they need to survive. They need survival. They need access to resource and security.
Right.
So a woman will literally basically say anything she needs to say to ensure her survival. So she doesn't have necessarily a mind of her own. She needs to be influenced. She needs to be guided down the path of security and provision.
Right.
Now, the point of having a masculine identity is recognizing the security, leadership, and provision within yourself.
Right.
Then you bestow it onto a woman who is willing to follow. She's not willing to follow, then she doesn't get the privilege of your leadership and provision.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Because she's not ready. She doesn't recognize what's in front of her, or she doesn't recognize what needs to happen in order for her to get that privilege.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like if you go to, when you guys go to college, they have prerequisite classes you got to take before you take this other class. Like you can't get to this other class till you take the prerequisite. So you're not ready for the other class yet. Some women are not ready to fuck with you because they don't recognize what needs to be done in order to follow that lead, in order to get to that place.
Exactly. I've been seeing a lot of videos lately where they've been talking about how so many more women are enrolled in college, and American women are the most educated in the world. Why the fuck do you think that is? What the fuck do you think college is? College is that same programming I'm telling you about.
Right.
Men don't need to fucking go to college if they figured out what they're trying to do already.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Again, and I'm not shitting on college neither, but I'm just trying to be objective about this. A part of the reason why motherfuckers go to college is to figure it out.
Right.
And why are there more women in college than men? Because when a man develops a masculine identity, especially if he's lucky enough to do it early on, he knows what he's been put here to do by the universe. He doesn't need to go to a school for 4 years so some motherfuckers could tell him what to do.
Right.
He's already in tune with the Most High, and he knows his path. It's the woman who needs to fucking go to college to be told, to be suggested to be influenced.
That's a fact.
Exactly why there's more women in college than men. Because so many men, a lot of men realize at an early age, they realize in high school, or they realize early on, oh shit, I'm gonna go to the military. Fuck it, I'm gonna become a mechanic, or I'm gonna do a specialized skill.
Right.
Because they realize, especially if they got a fucking man in the house that can show them different things, and they realize, oh shit, I'm good with my hands.
Bro, you know what's crazy? That's funny that you say that, because I remember when I was in college. I remember at the time I was doing like film studies and shit. So I was about to go to this strictly this film school. And the reason why was because when I was in college, they was giving me all these courses like fucking astronomy that I had to take. I'm like, why am I taking all this shit when I know I just want to do this? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I was like, what is the point of doing any of this other shit when I know I want this?
Listen. Look closely at the fucking logo. That's why it's an arrow. Because a man's true purpose is to find his direction. Some of us are lucky enough to do it early, and some of us it takes a little bit of time. Some of us need to go to college. I'm not bashing college. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing higher education at all, but what I'm trying to explain to you is that as men, it's all about a direction. This is why you need a woman that's following you and not the other way around.
Exactly.
Tell you, but guys, call in 919-647-9392, 919-647-9392. Come on, man. I'm telling you guys, this is why it's so important for us to understand our power, to understand our value. And whether the women even know it or not, they're depending on us.
Right.
They're depending on us for that provision, for that security, for that leadership. And if we don't know where the fuck we going, then how we going to lead them?
Right. And then this goes right back to you guys' obsession with beauty and looks, because all of that shit is surface level. I'm saying? Because understand, you're gonna see some chicks, you're gonna be like, God damn, she bad, right? That's awesome. You should feel that way because that's gonna motivate you to go up and talk and make shit happen. Right. But understand that once you've already recognized that, you got to put that shit in your back pocket. You understand what I'm saying? You got to be like, all right, well, listen, let me see, is this girl following what I say? Is she going along with what I'm trying to do? Is she moving in the direction that I want to go in? Because if she's not, then her looking good is irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
It's irrelevant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this is the problem. This is the part that you guys don't get. What happens is that you trade in your manhood for beauty. That's what you're saying. Well, even though, you know, she's giving me a hard time, but she's so hot though. She's so bad. So I'm going to disrespect myself, right, to try to get her because she's so hot. So basically what you essentially said is that your manhood is worth nothing. You understand what I mean? Because you're saying that her looks, her beauty, right, is the thing that's powerful. And this is what the girl was saying in the video. Is that she's like, oh, you know, if you're at a VIP section and guys, they'll pay because, you know, they want to be seen out with you. Imagine her, just even the thought, the craziness of her saying, you know, the guys want to be seen with you. Like that shit is crazy to me. And this is what happens with a lot of these guys. This is why these fools are like, well, let me show you my receipts and let me show you all the hot girls I'm fucking with because these motherfuckers want to be seen with the woman. Right. Woman is supposed to want to be seen with you, not the other way around. Facts. This is why you guys get it confused because y'all sitting there trying to look at women. And so what you're doing is you're putting the woman on a pedestal because y'all want to see the woman. And then the guy who's with the woman wants to be seen with the woman. You understand what I'm saying? I never forget Eddie Few said this one time. I remember he said, and I'm paraphrasing, but he basically said that he doesn't like to take pictures with random women and all that because he was like, I don't even want people to know that she knows me. You understand what I'm saying? And basically what he was saying is that he doesn't want to be associated with any woman, you understand what I'm saying, if she hasn't really been significant. Right. You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of these dudes, they just see a hot chick and all of a sudden they want to be in the picture with the hot girl, show off the hot girl. Oh, she's so hot, she's so this, she's so that, she's so that. And this is why you guys lose because what essentially happens is this, and this fucks up women also. See, the reason why women in general have a hard time getting a man is because most women, when it comes to their personality, are not likable. You understand? The reason why they're not likable is because women don't have to be likable to get attention on the front end. Oh. Damn. Because you put her looks on a pedestal, she doesn't have to develop any likability as a person because she's still going to get the attention. But what happens is that if the guy has sex with her or he's chilling with her for a little bit, he gets tired of her, he moves on. Thanks. And so this is what fucks up the entire dating game because you guys put her on a pedestal. She doesn't develop any likability, which means that she doesn't develop anything that will make her have staying power. Right. Because you're putting her looks on a pedestal. And so now she believes all she has to do is be good looking. And check this out. The fucked up part is that she believes there's something wrong with you because she believes she's perfect. There's nothing wrong with her. It's you guys out here. You guys are scared to commit. You guys are you're inconsistent. You guys just want sex, right? But see, that happens because you guys created, right, the situation that you're in when it comes to dealing with women because you've put her looks on a pedestal. So now you create this false sense in her own mind. You fucked up her reality. So she doesn't ever get to the point where she realizes that she has to be likable because no matter what she does, she's still going to get more attention. You understand what I'm saying? And she's going to keep getting more attention because of the way she looks. But then because there's no substance there, she's going to keep getting left. And then what's going to happen is that you guys are going to be like, man, how come, it's so hard out here in the dating game? These girls are flaky. They got attitudes and all this other stuff. You know why? Because of her looks, she believes she can get better than you. See, anything you're dealing with a woman, she's going to believe that she can get better than you. Why? Because she gets so much attention based on her looks. So if she gets attention from all these guys, then what's going to happen is that she's going to look at you and say, well, wait a second. If I get attention this easily, why should I stick with you? I can get a guy who's taller than you, a guy who has more money than you, a guy who's more successful than you. Cool. So, but she believes that she'll get that guy and that guy will want to stay with her. But even if she does get that guy's not going to stay with her because he's the same guy putting the looks on a pedestal.
Exactly.
Crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to my dude, Grand Cam in the building.
Sam, what's going on with your man?
Shout out to Grand Cam in the building.
So it's Grand Cam, and the homie Kenwood, man. We was out there, hollering in Vegas, man. It was a good look, man. Shout out to Grand Cam. Yep.
And it in. That's a fact. But yeah, this is what I'm saying, you guys, man. You guys got to understand how this shit is going out here, man. And this nigga said, "Is this MGTOW, nigga?" Goldie, stop it. Call in, Goldie. Call in. Y'all motherfuckers speak.
Oh, by the way, 2 free calls from Joey M. Joey M, shout out to you. 2 free calls from Joey M already.
So we got 2 free calls, guys. Call up. Call the number is 919-647-9392. 919-647-9392 is the number. You feel what I'm saying? So the question say, yo, Lakari, did you know this delusional chick got a podcast? Oh, you talking about the chick? Now, this is the thing, again. So, see, she's not really delusional because what she's saying isn't necessarily false. Simpson tricks make it true.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So she's just responding based on guys being losers.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of you guys got to understand that when motherfuckers are losers, right? They're going to have a certain behavior when it comes to dealing with women, and women are going to experience that. Like even for example, I was on TikTok and now they have a lot of women on TikTok talking about how they only want to date simps.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
TikTok right now. So about if he not a simp, if he's not simping for me, I don't want it.
I don't want him. Yeah, I heard that shit. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
As soon as the guy says anything like "I'm not a simp" and "I'm not going to simp for you," I don't want to deal with him. I don't want to date him. Mm-hmm.
Right. And so remember, I said this. I said that you can have an easier time getting women when you're a simp. But the problem is that women don't really want simps. Simps are just women's comfort zone.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And so the thing is, and again, this is why you can't see, this is the thing. You know why you can't listen to women? Because women, like you were saying earlier, what they think is not original.
Mm-hmm.
What they think is through the filter of what they've been influenced by.
Facts.
And so this is why when you're dealing with a woman, you only want to deal with a woman who's cooperating, because her cooperation means that she is responding to you through your influence.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So if she's being, the bullshit's gonna happen. But let's take the call. Let's go.
All right, 216-216. You are on live with Lakari Miles. Name, age, city. Where did you send it? How can we help you?
I'm 20 and I'm from Texas.
Hey, start over, bro. Your phone was chipping up. Say it again.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I said my name is Jay. I'm 20 years old and I'm from Texas.
All right. So you using the free call or you supporting?
Yeah, I'm using the free call.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So my question today is I was dealing with this chick that I was dating for like 2 years. I cheated on her. We broke up and stuff. And it just had the point to her, like, she just like won't stop calling me. I'm trying to figure out what's the reasoning though.
Wait. So you say you broke up with your chick, and how long ago?
We broke up probably like a year, I'll say. I don't know the exact date.
Okay, and you said she keeps calling you and texting you?
Yeah, like, so I was like, okay, maybe it could work. That was my mistake, and I figured out it wasn't. So I just stopped talking to her. Well, last time I was in her city. I was in the same city as her, and I told her, and she was like, well, yeah, let me know once you out here, so we can link up. You feel me? She wanted to get some dick and shit. So I was like, okay, bet. So I hit her up when I get out there on New Year's.
Wait. Why did you hit her up when you got to her city? Why, if you don't want to talk to her, why are you doing it?
Well, at first, this is the last time before I decided, like, all right, I'm done talking to her. But I was like, all right, I'm going to be out there. And she was like, yeah, hit me up. So I was like, I'm not about to just talk to you. I'm going to just hit you up when I'm out there. So.
Okay, and when was the last time you was out there? When did it happen?
This was like around January. So once I hit her up and said that, she was like, oh, okay, yeah, what time are you free? And then I told her, I'm like, well, I'm be free at this time. And, we can link up, do what we do. And then she told me that her car wasn't working at the time or whatever. And then she said she had to use her mom's car. And then a couple of texts later, she was like, I don't think we should see each other.
Okay, so then if she said, I don't think we should see each other, then what's going on? So she hit you up again? Like what happened?
Yeah, like she like rapidly texting me like off her friend's number, stalking my Instagram, all some weird stuff. So I would just call them and see what that was about.
Okay, so why don't you tell her, hey, listen, this is done. I don't want to see you no more, and good luck.
Yeah, I said that before.
When?
Like the first month she hit me up after I left. She texted me, asking how was I doing. I told her she wasted my time, and I was like, this is just it. I'm not gonna get my time wasted, and I would just leave it at that.
Okay, and once you said that, once you said that, how many times did she hit you up?
Like about 4 more times.
And what did you do when she hit you up? What did you do when she hit you up those 4 times?
I didn't answer at all.
Okay, did you block her?
Yeah, she's calling me like off a no caller ID and like reaching out from her friend phone, texting me and shit.
And then did you block those numbers?
Nah, I just didn't answer it. Like she'd text me hello and called me, I wouldn't answer, and then she'd call me off a no caller ID at night. I just wouldn't answer.
Well, this is the thing. Just block her when she's hitting you up and just never call her again. Why she's doing all of this is because you was entertaining her by trying to give her some dick.
Okay, so my fuck up came from me just keep entertaining her when she was doing what she was doing.
Yes. Because to me, it sounded like you, because all this time when you told her it was over, and then you said she hit you up like 4 or 5 times, right? What I'm saying to you is
right.
that those situations occurred because she still thought that she could get at you. But the reason why she thought she could get at you is because you didn't just let it be at the first time. You should have just never talked to her, try to hit her up, try to see her in her city, none of that shit.
Okay.
So right now, just ignore her shit, block whatever she hitting you up on, and keep that shit pushing.
All right, bet. Okay, bet, man. Appreciate it for the game.
All right, brother. All right, peace. So, guys, we got one call left, one free call left. So if you guys want to call up and get it cracking. You know what I'm saying?
One free call left, guys.
Call left. All right, so let me see. Says, what's your opinion on Samson and Delilah, where Samson allowed her the beauty of a woman to be his downfall? Is this proof that men are designed to give into female beauty regardless of their strength? No, that nigga was a simp. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. Like, see, guys, you got to understand about the game. The game is psychological, right? So you are not supposed to really be moved off your square by beauty.
Right.
Beauty is just an indicator that this is something that you're attracted to, but that's not supposed to change who you are. The problem is you guys let beauty change who you are. You understand? You start acting different. You start acting funny. You start trying to switch it up. You start trying to be what you think she wants in order to gain the beauty.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's really what it's about. It's like, again, we're not telling you to not be attracted, because you can't not be attracted. You understand what I'm saying? You're naturally going to be attracted to what you're attracted to, right? The issue is that when you switch up and you disregard your masculine identity to attain the chick, that's the problem. You see what I'm saying? That's what the problem is. You said, Lakar, I never heard you talk about women body language before the approach. Why is this when it's a key moment? What are you talking about? Rick, you got to call up. I don't know what. Some of y'all say stuff, but like it doesn't make sense because you don't understand the game. What are you talking about? A woman's body language before the approach. What the fuck does that even have to do with anything? What is if I'm over here and a woman is what is her body language got to do with anything? But you take the call.
Yeah, and that sounds close to choosing signals. Nobody over here don't talk about choosing signals. Right. Choosing signals is for bitch ass niggas. Right. 262. You are on live with Lakari and Miles. Name Aid City. Are you supporting or using the free call?
A free call.
All right. Name Aid City.
I'm from.
Hold on. Are you on speakerphone?
Yeah, take us off a speakerphone, bro. Speak directly into the phone now.
I have a tablet.
You speaking through a tablet, nigga? You ain't got a phone? What's going on, man?
I got an app call.
All right, what's your question? What's your question?
No, name Aid City. Now, how old are you, brother?
I'm 22 years old.
Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say is that how do I put myself first as a person? Because I'm 22 years old. I want to learn how to dating. Like I want to learn how to the dating experience because I have ADHD. I'm autistic. You know.
How do you put yourself first as a person, and how do you date?
Yeah, no, I have ADHD. I'm autistic. Like, how do I get to the intercourse?
How do you get to intercourse?
Yeah.
All right. So
I had listen, and I have your book like How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day book.
Okay. So did you read it?
I just need. No, I read it, but I can't understand it because I have poor vocabulary.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you have a coach or a therapist?
No, I don't have no coach or no therapist.
Okay, you probably need to get you see there we can help you, but you got to come to us with certain capabilities. If you can't understand the words of a book, then you need to fix some other things first before we can really help you.
Right.
If you're it sounds like you're ADHD.
Miles and LaFaria, listen, I don't smoke and drink. I just have a hard time like approaching women because at my job, I don't mess with women at my job, and I work at Taco Bell because I just don't like, all
right, listen, yo. You listen. You called us for help, right? So you have to listen. Okay.
Right.
All right. Listen.
Right.
Do you know that they got they got dating apps for people on the spectrum, right? You know that, right?
What does spectrum means?
People with ADHD or Asperger's or autism, that is being considered on the spectrum. Okay, so what I'm saying is you have dating apps for people on the spectrum, so you should probably look at those dating apps so you can find people who are equally yoked, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah.
And Miles, I was gonna say is that I like thicker women, but I don't know.
Yeah, stop it. No, stop. You're all over the place. Your ADHD is definitely showing on this call. Right. We can't help you, bro. We can't help you. You need to get with a therapist or you need to get with a coach. Okay, you need to settle your thoughts.
Right.
You need to settle your thoughts. So your problems go beyond the content of how to have sex with two women a day. You need to learn how to settle your thoughts and know how to direct your energies when it comes to your comprehension and your articulation. Okay, that's not what we do over here.
Oh, right.
All right, bro.
And Miles, I have your hoodie, masculine identity membership. I have your clothing.
Appreciate that.
I have your hoodie.
Appreciate that. Hey, listen, we appreciate your support, but like I said, you gotta really settle. You gotta settle in and get a coach for articulation and just keeping your thoughts settled. You understand? That's what you got to do first. You got to get a therapist. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Wait. Who diagnosed you with ADHD and autism?
I was born with it. That's my condition.
Who diagnosed you? Who diagnosed you, sir? Where did you get this proof that this is your affliction? Where did you get this diagnosis?
Diagnosis. A doctor checked up.
All right. So go back to those. Hey. Go back to those people. Go back to that doctor and tell them to ask them for resources to help with your condition. Okay, that's what you have to do first. All right.
All right,
man. Thank you,
Miles. I can hit you up like on an online.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot. Hit up that doctor. That gave you cannot hit me up. I'm not. We cannot work until you get more support for your condition. Okay.
Okay, and after that, then we could talk about how.
Yeah, after that.
The real game out. No, I'm saying the real game out.
Yeah, exactly. Right. After that, but you got to talk to that doctor first. All right, thank you. We're gonna let you go now. All right, take it easy, bro.
He'll keep you on the phone all night. He's like,
yeah, I'm thinking he might be a troll, and that's sad. Trolls is coming in wasting free calls.
Right.
But that's it on the free calls, guys. But if y'all want to call in, go ahead and call in.
Yeah, so guys, call in 919-647-9392. 919-647-9392.
Isaac. What's his name? Shout out to Joe Blast. He sent in one. He sent in one free call, guys. So we got one more free call. Shout out to Joe Blast. All right.
So we got one free call. So make sure you guys call up. If you have a question, put a Q in the chat and we'll get to your question. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys.
If he want real coaching, he gonna have to pay me for articulation and everything. He got to pay me for autism training too. And that's a whole lot of money and patience on my part. So we're not doing that. we're not doing that, bro. Like we go. Yo, it'll be crazy if we could figure out a way to fucking license shit so we could get some health insurance funding for our coaching. That would be dope. 224. You are on live with Lakari Miles. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Yeah, Manuel Jax 24. I'm on my speaker, but I'm driving right now, so I can't really just have my.
Okay, are you using the free call or are you supporting?
Yes. Free call.
Free call. All right, buddy, go ahead.
I support sometimes.
No, go ahead. Drive safely, bro. But go ahead. What's your question?
But so my question was, I'm having trouble with getting like my feet off the ground, I know that a lot of times I'm having a lot of women that are, medium interest. But because they're medium interest, yes, they're showing me some signs of wanting to do shit. But at the same time, there'll be some resistance. So I've been kind of just been perpetually stuck between 0 and 1 women for the past 3 months, 4 months since I started listening.
Wait, so say that again. You said you've been stuck with what?
Between 0 and 1 women that I'm actively either hooking up with or going towards something long term.
Okay, so how many women do you want to be dealing with?
Just two.
Okay, so then why aren't you talking to more women?
Well, I'm talking to as many women as I can. Like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I go out to the bars and I'll talk to a lot of women. Like I said, we'll even sometimes we'll hook up or something like that, or we'll fuck, we'll make out, all those great things. But then at some point, some bullshit comes up, and so then I just have to get rid of them.
So while you're doing all that stuff and you're making out and you're dating and you're fucking, do you still go out and talk to women?
Yeah.
Okay, well, just keep doing what you're doing, bro. There's ebbs and flow to the game. There's gonna be times where things gonna be clicking. There's gonna be times when it's not. Your thing is your bottom line is you have to stay consistent. That's really it.
Right. Because what else are you gonna do, caller?
Right. I mean, yeah, there's nothing else really to do. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I know I was going to keep talking to women. It was just a matter of, like, it's been a while and I still haven't been able to get, like, 2 girls at a time that, you know, have been consistent for over, you know, 3.5, 4 months.
Mm.
Right. Well, this is the thing, though. So when you meet these women, what are you doing? Like, where do you meet these women, and what's the situation that's happening?
So all women I meet are from the bars, bars and clubs, whatever you want to call them. And I introduce myself. I tell them why I'm coming up to them, and then I say what our next steps are. Either they can say yay or nay to that. If they say yay, then we'll continue progressing the interaction forward until we're eventually fucking. Then once we're fucking, I'll say, hey, listen, the program that I have is I want us fucking 1 to 2 times a week, right? Like,
So you're telling them a chick. So you meet a chick at a bar, you hook up with her that night, and then you tell her you want to fuck her 1 or 2 times a week.
no, I'm saying, I'll even say it before we fuck. I'll say, listen, right now in my life, I'm just looking for a woman that, you know, we can hook up 1 to 2 a week. We don't have to do anything else. You can do whatever you want. I do whatever I want, just low key and casual.
Okay, so now, so you meet the woman, you tell her that, and you end up having sex?
Sometimes they say, oh, I'm not really looking for that. Okay, cool, bye. But some of them are, you know, they'll say, okay, that's good. Like, I fuck with that.
Okay, and so you have sex with the girl, and then what do you do after you have sex with her?
So after I have sex with her, I'll tell her, hey, you know, let me know if you got home safely. And they'll do that. And I'll say, great. I'll text you later throughout the week with our plans for next week.
Okay, and then do you hit her up next week?
Yeah.
And then what happens?
This is the problem. So sometimes, like, they'll be like, hey, I'm glad I get to hear from you. And then I'll just set up the plans. But then sometimes they'll say, hey, listen, another thoughts, like, I really don't want to continue this. And I'm like, okay. Or they won't respond, like ghost.
Okay, so this is the problem. So the problem is you got to cut that shit out about telling them what you want to do as far as fucking them 1 or 2 a week when you first meet them. You understand what I'm saying? So, and the reason why I'm saying that is because what you're doing is that you're declaring something that can't necessarily happen until the experience happens.
Right.
That's 1. Then 2, you're coming off real needy. You understand what I'm saying? So
no, how is that needy?
Because you're trying to make plans with a woman that you haven't fucked yet. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Shouldn't I always, like, show clear expectations of what she's going to be getting out of the scenario with me, the situation that I'm going to be creating for us? Shouldn't she always have clear understanding of what it is?
But okay, so let me ask you a question. Let's say you tell a girl, hey, I want to fuck 1 to 2 a week. She comes back to your place, you have sex, and the sex is horrible. Her pussy smells like fish. Are you gonna want to keep fucking her?
No.
Right. So then you just lied. Does that make sense?
I mean,
or you just raised her expectations, and now you have to change. You know, now you have to renege.
Right.
I see. So yeah, I mean, you know, that's happened before. Sometimes I'm like, yo, what's that stench? Oh my.
You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is if you know, listen, you know you want to hook up with girls, right? Cool. Perfect.
Yeah.
I meet the girl right now, tonight, we gonna hook up, we gonna do what we do, and then I'll see you later, or I might not see you later, whatever it is. But if I'm so inclined, I will hit you back up, and then we'll continue this. So what happens is you want things to happen organically and naturally, right? But what you're doing is you're trying to force a situation to happen. And so that comes off as neediness. You're basically like a woman who meets a guy on a date and says, well, I'm looking for something serious and I want to get married in a year. You understand? And the dude is like, whoa. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what you come off as. You're telling the chick, oh, I want to, meet you, have sex at least 2 times a week and blah, 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 blah. And she's like, whoa, hold on. right? So she'll still have sex with you because she may want to have sex with you, but then she falls back because she's like, this motherfucker's too needy. Just like if a chick is saying, hey, I want something serious and blah, 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 all this other stuff, a guy might still stick around to smash, but then he's going to fall back. Why? Because she's so needy. You see what I'm saying? So you can, right? So you can, in your mind, say, yeah, I'm looking for something where I want something more consistent, but let the consistency happen organically. You understand what I'm saying? Let it happen organically. And also, exactly, April said, she said she might not want that commitment. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's just like what I was having before I used to say that is, you know, a lot of girls would be trying to see me like 3-4 times a week. Like, I'm
Caller. Let me ask you a question. What speaks louder, words or actions?
Actions.
Okay. So instead of telling the woman what you want to happen, what can you do?
I can just set up a situation where it's happening the way I want it to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Right. So now, another thing that's happening too, so that's one thing. Now, another thing that's happening, let me ask you this. Are you actually meeting women and going on like a date or going to get a drink or going to get coffee? Like, are you doing any of those things?
No, like I haven't actually like had date sex in like 3-4 years. Like all the sex I've had is like I meet them that night, I smash that night.
Right. And that's another thing. So a lot of times what happens is that if you meet a chick and that's the main thing that happens at first, then they're going to look at it as just a one night stand type of situation or just a little thing that you might do once or twice and that's it. Right. Because what happens is you didn't start out, right, in a dating type of situation. So this is why I always tell you guys that so the women that you meet up with just for hooking up purposes, and that was the beginning, usually stays that way or fizzles out quickly. When you meet a girl, like for example, if you met a girl online and y'all went to go get a drink, right? And then y'all hooked up that night and then y'all kept hooking up, she's more likely to stick around than a random girl you met at a bar and just fuck that night. You understand what I'm saying? So the more spontaneous the sex is, the less likely the chick's going to stick around. Doesn't mean she's not, but the less likely it is that that's going to happen. Right. So the more that you're in a situation where a date or something like that occurs at first, then what's going to happen is that the likelihood that she'll stick around is more going to happen in that scenario situation. You see what I'm saying?
Right. And to follow up on that, I just sent Miles another 5 on the Cash App. I said it for TP4 if you see it.
Yeah.
Because I actually have a little bit of a deeper question about that. So, but my thing is, so if sex is like there's people who have, what do you call it? Not friends with benefits, but just hookup buddies or whatever the fuck you want to call it, where you're just smashing, you get in for 30 minutes, get it in 30 to 45 minutes, and then they leave and they come back next week. So if you're starting off the interactions that way, how is it that they all of a sudden view that as, oh, like we're just a one night stand versus like, oh, because we want drinks a little bit, even though I met them at a bar, which is where we're having drinks anyway. So how did that make such a big difference in their mind that they think, oh, I'm just a smash him once versus I can smash this guy week to week?
Caller, because context. You understand what I'm saying? So context matters. So the context creates a scenario in her mind of what this is. You understand what I'm saying? So what you got to understand is that, so if a woman is at a bar and she meets you, right? And it was not, she wasn't planning on meeting you, it just kind of happened. And so she was attracted to you sexually. She's like, cool, I'll do this. Let's make it happen, right? And so in that moment, right, she was excited about having sex with you, but that was a momentary thing. So this is why sometimes you have sex with that girl, you never see her again, because within that moment, it was like, oh, cool. You know, this is what I wanted to do for now. I was in the mood that night, and now today's a new fucking day, right? Just like how, for example, you could be at a club, right? And a guy will get a girl's number. They be making out on the dance floor. They doing all of this other shit. And then he calls her the next day, and all of a sudden, she not responding to nothing. And that's because in the context of the social environment, which was the club, she was in the mood to do all that then. You understand what I'm saying? So it would have made sense for him to actually smash her that night. But because he hit her up the next day or the day after, that momentum and all that other stuff died down, because within the context of her being at the club and the bar and all that other stuff, dancing with him, kissing him and all that other stuff, that was the time. So depending on how things occur, right, is going to give a woman a certain view on the situation and then also make her think about it a different way in a certain way. Does that make sense?
Well, no, that makes sense. What I'm saying is, so my usual date, if I was to go on a date, I haven't been on a date in years, but my usual date would be to go to the bars, have a drink, have a singular drink, right? But if I'm already at the bars having that drink with the woman, isn't that then sort of, what do you call it, stagnating the interaction where it's like we're not progressing? So why am I going to tell her, let's go out on a date to the bars when I met her at the bars that moment in time?
No. What I'm saying is, if you meet the girl at the bar randomly, so let's say you're at the bar with your boys, you see a girl across the room, you talk to her, y'all fuck that night. That's different than if you met a girl on the street and said, let's go get a drink Friday, or you met a girl on Tinder and you said, let's go get a drink Friday. I'm not saying to go to the girl at the bar that you randomly met, fuck her, and then take her to the bar the next time or some other shit. You see what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that when you first meet a woman at a bar, that's not a date because you randomly met the chick. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to you is that if you met that girl at the bar, let's say you meet a girl at the bar randomly, right? If you was
the place I meet women. So for context, I don't meet women anywhere else other than the bars. I don't have any time during the week.
Right, so now let's say for example, you met a girl at the bar. Let's say you was walking out the bar and you saw a girl sitting at the bar and you walked up to her and you said, hey, you know, what's up? Y'all talked for like 2 minutes. You exchanged numbers and said, hey, let's meet up again sometime. And then you hit her up and then you said, hey, let's go and get a drink, right? And then you met her, got a drink, which is a date, and then you smashed her that night. What I'm saying is that girl is more likely to continue to see you versus if you would have just fucked her that night when you was leaving the bar. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so basically there's no way for me to really get a long-term situation because I only meet women at the bars.
No. This is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you can still get a longer-term fuck buddy situation. What I'm saying is that the way you're doing it is going to make it a little bit harder because you're creating situations of one-night stands. Does that make sense? That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to get you.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's just like it's hard to, really. So it's basically coming to terms because like I don't really do online dating. The only place I've ever met women is at the bars. My entirety since I became 18 in Florida, you can go to bars at 18, and so I just always go out to the bars if I want to meet women. And so that was just.
So caller, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Hold on, let me ask you a question. This is probably make it clear for you, right? What do guys usually say? The average guy. What does the average guy usually say about women who he fucks quickly? Like he just met a girl, fucked her. What does he usually say about wifing her up?
Oh yeah, like they're like sluts and like whores and not wife material and shit like that.
Exactly. So what do you think the women think about you when you fuck them the first night when you met them at the bar?
Did I think that way about them?
No, they think that way about you. You're a fuck boy. You understand that? That's what I'm trying to tell you. So what I'm saying is you are in a situation where in this context, you are a fuck boy. You're the slut. You're the whore. So they're not taking you seriously. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So what I'm saying is that in order for a woman to take you more seriously, she will need to be in a context where the story of how you guys got together and made shit happen was that y'all went on a date. Y'all got to quote unquote know each other and all that other shit. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying, understand how this all connects. What I'm saying is, remember, when I tell you guys that if a woman is highly sexually attracted to you, what is she going to do? She's going to fuck you quickly. What is she not going to do if she's not highly sexually attracted to you, but she sees you as more of boyfriend material? She's going to make you wait, right? Remember, waiting boyfriend material, highly sexually attracted, fucking you now. Highly sexually attracted, fucking you now, you're a fuck boy. Waiting to have the sex, boyfriend. What do boyfriends get? More consistency. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is you're in a position, you're positioning yourself as the fuck boy, so you're going to get more fuck boy situations and circumstances.
But wait,
Yeah,
so
I've
none
been
of
called
these
that before.
none of these women called you back for like a second date or anything?
No. I longest that a woman will last usually is like a month, and then they'll start doing some bullshit that I don't like, and so I have to cut them off.
And no. So what you're saying is, on top of that, you're picky too.
Well, no, I mean, I just have like a standard that I want a woman that's going to be around
All
me.
right, tell me Tell me the last thing that the woman did that pissed you off that you had to get rid of it. Tell me.
Okay, so the last thing she did was like, I sent her a message to like, hang out and get together. And she was like, oh no, like I can't really do it right now. I was like, okay, cool. When are you free? And then she left me on red for like 10 days or some shit. And then came back and said, oh, sorry. Like my phone was like lost or some shit, like lying or some shit. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that that's going to happen more because of how the situations are occurring when you're dealing with the woman. Guys, this is what you guys gotta understand, right? When you're dealing with a woman and it's a sexy, when it's just a sexual thing, this is why your game has to be tight if you are trying to see. This is what you're trying to do. You want to have consistent sex, yes?
Yes.
Right. The issue with that is that in order to have consistent sex, right, you need to be able to consistently have women in and out of your life. Because women are going to fall off quickly, right? Usually when it's just about sex and you're not offering anything else. Because women, as much as women like sex, you know what they also want? They also want a guy to give a fuck. They also want a guy who cares and a guy who wants to be with them and all that other stupid shit. You understand what I'm saying? So now you're in indirect competition with the simp who's willing to give her every and anything. So now you're just a guy she's fucking, but this other guy wants to give her the world. Who do you think is going to get more of her attention? The other guy. So now this is why you have to replace her.
I think Abel was right too.
You see what I'm saying?
So I guess that makes sense because I've always thought about it from a different perspective. I always thought that I was being that guy where they don't have to have any drama. Like they don't have to be worried about me like being insecure about what they're doing in their entire life. And they can just go and have a good time, have a good fuck. And then repeat the process, rinse, recycle, reuse every week. But I guess they actually want more of that attention and all that other stuff, and maybe someone who's trying to knock them down or some shit.
Yeah, they want all of that. But understand, a lot of times what happens is, so this is the thing. Also, it could be the way that you're fucking too. Because what happens is that, so let me ask you this. Have you ever like flaked on a girl or rescheduled or you know what I'm saying when it came to the sex?
I'm very meticulous. I have my schedule written out every single week, pretty much the same way. So I know exactly when I'm free every single week. I usually go Tuesdays and Wednesdays are my free nights to fuck chicks, and usually I do Tuesday night at 9:45, where a chick can come over to get fucked.
Yeah, you need this is what I'm saying. You need to meet women in different circumstances, fam. That's
9:45.
Yeah, I get off at work at 9, so then I get home by about 9:10. I can take a shower, set the mood right, and so by the time she gets there at 9:45, everything.
Yeah, your lifestyle is conducive to fuckboy results. Yeah, that's really what that, because 9:45, that's really like just where you come over to fuck and that's it. Like
I get off of work at 9, so it's like I don't have any other choice.
No. You don't have to defend anything, buddy. Take it easy. I'm just telling you that that's what it is. Like Lakara is trying to explain to you that these are the results that you're getting. This is the reason why you're getting these type of results. But the thing is this: how would you? Are you good at fucking? Like, what do we?
Oh yeah.
So how come they don't last?
I'm telling you, it's because he's the fuckboy. I'm telling you.
Sorry?
No, I'm telling you, it's because you're a fuckboy. It's because I don't think it's because you can't fuck. Because what it is You could fuck great. But what I'm saying is that the way that you understand, the way that the scenario or situation happens,
right?
That's the main reason why, like, I'm telling you, any one of those girls you met at the bar, if you would have met them or if the situation would have been a different situation, they would be fucking you more. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you, like, for example, if you meet a girl off of Tinder, y'all go get drinks, right? Let's say y'all go get drinks, and let's say y'all don't even fuck that night. Y'all fuck the second time you see each other. Or let's say y'all do fuck that night, but y'all got drinks. The reason why she's gonna keep fucking you, or the reason why it's more likely she's gonna continue to fuck you, is because the fact that you guys went on a date is indication that there is possibility that it could be more than just fucking.
Right, and he said he don't go on no dates at all, even the repeat fuck chicks. You don't need at least meet them out and then bring them back. Nothing.
Well, I mean, because y'all said
Caller, stop. Stop trying to blame us for your shit, nigga. Listen, the chicks that come back for repeat fucking, you don't do. See that I get it, caller. Your life is just designed for fuckboy results, honestly. Because if the only time you have to see a bitch is 9:45, it's gonna keep going like that. It's gonna keep going like that.
So
Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. So you said the longest these chicks last is like 3 months. You said.
Yeah, like 3 months.
Okay. Okay. How many do you get them to bring stuff?
Yeah. So sometimes if I'm hungry, like this is like that specific situation was like 2 years ago when I was still in college.
2 years
ago. If I'm
ago.
hungry, I'll have her bringing me some like.
So the last time you told a chick to bring you shit was 2 years ago.
Yeah, because I don't
stop. Okay, you don't do that. Okay, now do you tell them what to wear when they come see you? Do you say, "Hey, wear heels"?
Yes.
Do you wear something crotchless?
Yes, I want my women wearing. Yes, I want my women wearing black dresses. I want them coming in nice, well done hair. I want their legs shaved and heels. Nah, I mean it doesn't matter because they're gonna take that shit off anyway.
So how do you present this? How do you present this information, or when do you present this information?
I'll send it to them all by text. So I'll give them like a roadmap of where they're gonna be meeting me, which is usually either my place or a hotel.
Uh-huh.
I'll tell them what they're wearing and what to expect.
Okay. Now, do you have them send you pictures and videos of themselves?
Sometimes they'll do it on their own, but
no. But do you instruct them? Do you instruct them to do this?
So I'll do it sometimes and this is when I was like playing dabbling around a little bit with.
And how many years ago? What was the last time you did this? 2 years ago?
Last April.
Last April. So a whole year ago. Here's what I'm trying to explain to you. Within the confines of your schedule and the way your life is set up, it's hard for these chicks to get to know your masculine identity because you're not really giving them too much. You're not, and you're not giving them a lot of instruction either.
So wait, I'm confused. You said 3 months. So how often do you see the girl in 3 months?
Once a week, and then I think like towards the second to last week that we were talking, it was twice a week that one.
And it could be he just hasn't met a chick that likes him, really.
So this is the problem. That's the caller. Okay, this is the problem y'all are missing out, right? Why are you seeing this chick once a week for 3 months?
Well, it's consistent sex. Like I said, I want to create an environment where no strings attached. She can have a good fuck. She can go about her life. I can see her out, and she does whatever she's doing. She can go on dates, all of that.
Right.
None of my business. But if she wants some good dick,
right. But this is what I'm saying. Right. But this is the thing. So this is the part that, and I'm glad you're saying this because this is something I think a lot of guys got to hear. Right. So the only reason to fuck a girl once a week for 3 months is if you're trying to make this an official situation where she's going to be your girlfriend at some point. And so because you're not trying to do that, right? This is why the shit can also be fizzling out because so basically you can't fuck a woman weekly, consistently, indefinitely. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a fuck buddy, like for example, there was a chick that I had as a fuck buddy once for like 5 or 6 years, right? I would see her once, maybe twice a month, if that much. And sometimes 3 months will pass by, I wouldn't see her. And then I'll fuck her, and then I won't see her again for another month. You see what I'm saying? That's a fuck buddy, right? If you're fucking a girl every week, consistently,
right,
moving into girlfriend territory or boyfriend territory, but you're not doing anything to progress it, but you're giving her all the time and energy. So what I'm saying is this is why you have to have more women on the roster, right? So that if you actually have women who are fuck buddies, if you are fucking 3 women, you know, every now and then that means that you could have a chick, let's say you have 3 or 4 women, you have a chick every week, and you're only seeing each chick once a month. But then that's 4 chicks that you can see one chick every week, if that's how you want to do it. But you can't just be having one chick fucking her every fucking week, and then, well, this all I'm giving you is dick. She's going to be expecting more because of the consistency that's happening in the situation.
Mm.
You're not trying to make her like your chick or your side chick or your. If you're not trying to do that, then you're fucking the whole shit up. So if you want a fuck buddy situation, you have to come to terms with the fact that you need to put in work to get the roster to have that type of situation. What you're doing is you're meeting women and trying to force them into consistent fucking. You see what I'm saying? But you say, hey girl, I know we just met, but my plan is I want us to fuck every week for, it's like, what? You feel what I'm saying? So you're doing that shit and you're creating that situation where she sees you as that fuckboy dude. And she's like, wait a second, you know, this isn't really going anywhere. But I thought it was because we were seeing each other every week. You understand what I'm saying? When you have a fuck buddy, what you do is you randomly hit her up, y'all fuck, and you like, I see you when I see you. And then I see you again, we fuck, I see you when I see you. Because now she understands, oh, that's the guy that I just fuck every now and again. When you're fucking a girl every week, you know what she's thinking? That might be my new boyfriend. When that don't happen,
I got a question for you, caller. In the last year or so, have there been any women that you actually liked?
You mean like liked?
What do I mean? Like, so a chick that you could actually see potential, like for it to be a long-term thing, like you liked her personality.
I mean, I don't really have conversations that can really get to know a woman's personality.
So okay. You see, really okay, exactly. So you're claiming that you want something more substantial, but you're not doing or giving anything else.
Exactly. That's and Miles, he's trying to get without giving.
Right. And that's why I asked you, these chicks, they last up to 3 months, right? But you're not adding, you know, instructions. You're not adding anything extra. You're not adding to the situation. I know Lucario said it's supposed to be just dick for the first 3 months, but there's still steps to take within the vetting process if you truly want to have something more long-term or substantial. Right, but you are, yeah, go ahead.
No, that's the thing. He's not vetting. He's just fuck. So when you're vetting, you fuck them for 3 months and then you move on to let's spend more time on the phone, blah, blah, blah. But you're not caller. What you're doing is you're trying to fuck them forever. See what I'm saying?
The truth is you just want to fuck. Your problem is that you don't want to, you just want to have a bitch stuck in that zone and you don't want to put in the work to really secure the roster that you really want. Exactly. You got to put in more work.
Right, because if you want to fuck like that, you need a roster.
Yeah.
You just have to put in more work, brother. You got to talk to more women so you can have a better rotation. And like Lucario said, it's better for you to see these women once every couple of weeks.
Right.
So have the roster of 3 or 4 and see them once. I don't know why my camera is doing this. See them once, you know, rotate them throughout the month instead of trying to see them once a week, because the consistency is confusing them. So after a certain amount of time, they're like, this dude ain't doing nothing different.
Right.
He ain't doing
right. I mean,
nothing
I want
different.
to be consistent in everything in life, but I guess I should be consistently inconsistent in that aspect.
No. You want to be consistent, but with less frequency.
Right. Because if you have a fuck buddy, you're still consistent, but you're not doing it with every week. You understand?
Your frequency is you're giving fuck boy focus with boyfriend frequency.
Exactly. That right there is why this shit is fucking up.
That's why it's fucking up. And this is the type of shit that you should have got a coaching call for, but because you just came off scot free because you started on the free call and then you sent the extra 5. But so I just want you to understand that the information that you got is really what you want to focus on. So you have to look at your frequency. I told you, we tell you guys once a week for vetting, but you're not really trying to vet these chicks. You're just trying to hold them in place so you can keep fucking them, but you can't be fucking them once a week. You gotta extend the time, because here's the thing. Here's another aspect of the game. And again, this is just more free game for you and anyone listening, is that
I'll donate another 10, by the way. So
all right, wait, appreciate it. It's all good. So what I'm trying to explain to you is that frequency puts her in a space where she's starting to get used to she's getting used to seeing you, and her getting used to something means entitlement.
Exactly.
So when the entitlement doesn't match the result, which means she thinks you're getting to the point of being her boyfriend, but it's not matching the result, because after the 3 months, you're still behaving like a fuckboy. But here's the reason why the frequency has to reduce. It's because the more, if you fuck her this week and then you give it a space of 2 weeks, guess what? She actually misses you, right, and is willing to settle for just dick.
Exactly. Right, but if you keep giving her dick every week, she's gonna be like, "Well, I get dick every week. What else you got?" I feel like we're moving our relationship into this other thing, and because now you reduce the value of the dick.
Exactly. You reduce the value of the dick by the once a week shit. You got to space it out a little more if you want to hold these chicks in place for a longer amount of time. You got to space it out.
Right, and that's why when you're vetting a woman to be your girl, after the 3 months, this is why you should be going on dates. This is why you should be talking a little bit more on the phone or whatever, because you're giving her more value. Because if you just keep giving her dick, then it's like, okay, well, I'm getting used to the dick. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what needs to happen is that the value needs to increase exponentially as time goes on. Just like even if you have a fuck buddy. The reason why the fuck buddy situation works where it's spaced out is because she's desiring the dick because she hasn't had it in a while from you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you're just like hitting her over the head with the dick each week.
Guys, fuck buddy frequency is different from vetting frequency, guys.
Exactly.
Right, and that just cleared a lot of it up, because I was just wondering because I've actually been called that a lot, like fuck boy, like asshole player, all of these things. And I'm like, wait, well, I'm not even like that. I'm really just here, just trying to have a good time. Like, I don't know how that makes me a fuckboy. Like, so I guess that clears it up. I give off that consistency that they think I'm like leading them on, in a sense.
Right. Exactly.
That's a fact.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I thank you guys. I think I'll have to, definitely, go back to the boardroom and restructure my strategy and come up with something different. Maybe go towards having 2 girlfriends instead, because I really don't have the energy for 4 women or 3 women. Like I know how much energy I can expend, and I know that's too much.
Right. Well, even with that, I think the most important part is that you're not doing anything wrong. I think you go into the bars, you holler, and you're doing what you do. You just got to understand the frequency. Be like, so when you're with the chick, like say it's this week. This week, you said your day is Thursday or Tuesday, or what you said?
No. So I have 2 days available so Tuesdays and Wednesdays are the days where
Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Okay. So you got to start saying to her, so if it's like the 12th or if it's like the 5th, you got to be like, so what's your availability on the 15th?
See, I want to show you guys something.
See what I'm saying? Like, you got to space it out. Yeah.
I want to show you. So this is on the Bad Boy membership, right? So this program right here, 10 rules for giving women your time and attention. I explained this in this program about you have to understand the rules of time and attention, because that's going to directly affect your results with women. You understand what I'm saying? Because what happens is that the more time and attention you give the woman, right, the less valuable she's going to see in you. The less value she's going to see in you. You see what I'm saying? So the time that you are away, the more value she sees in you. Do you understand? So this is why you have to understand the balance of giving women time and attention so that you don't end up fucking your situations up
by not understanding how the time that you give directly correlates to the consistency, to the cooperation, I should say, that you're going to get from the woman in the situation. So
Right.
it's very important for you guys to understand that. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I say go to badboymembership.com. Check that shit out. You feel what I mean?
Badboymembership.com. Make sure you guys. It's not a look. I want y'all to notice how specific his issue was, and how there was a program for that on the fucking membership. Good work, Lucario, because a lot of niggas don't understand. They think, oh yeah, join the membership like it's just a bunch of bullshit. No, there are specific, tailored fucking programs to the issues that you're having.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is not a fucking joke. This is not a game. Like,
right.
With the program for real. Go get on the Bad Boy membership.
Because just like Emmanuel said, and he said, more time equals less value, less time equals more value. So
Right.
this is why and when you're vet a girl, this is why we say just give her dick for the first 3 months. Why? Because you're giving her less time, which means she values the time more. She values you more. So now that she's valuing you more, at that point where you say, you know what? Let's go out to dinner tonight after that 3rd month. She's like, oh my God. Right? Because now what happens is, because she valued you more because she was getting less time, she's going to value the non-sexual time you're about to give her even more, which makes her value you more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then what happens is that this is why when you actually get into a relationship, there has to be a balancing act between the time that you have with your woman and the time you're away from your woman. This is why when guys get married, their women don't really respect them as much because they're around their woman all the time. This is why you're supposed to have time away from your woman. You know what I'm saying? Your woman should actually be begging you for more time. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're around her too much, then that's when she's going to be like, man, fuck this nigga. You know, she's going to start. If you notice how the more time you spend with your woman, the more annoyed you are at her, because the more she's sort of subconsciously taking you for granted. She kind of, you understand what I'm saying? She kind of give you that. You're like, why the fuck? She acting, why she tripping? You know why she tripping? Because you're there.
Because you're there.
Because you're there.
She's taking you for granted. She's fucking taking you for granted, straight up and down.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely do appreciate that, because that just opened my eyes to a lot of stuff that I probably need to just switch up.
Yeah.
Try to figure out as well, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, good. Nah, good call, man. Good call. Thank you for calling in, man. It was a good call. It was a good call, because this is a good example that a lot of guys need to understand. And look, guys, you can't always just try to fucking pass everything off on us and be like, oh well, you guys said to be direct, and you guys said to fuck her for 3 months, and you guys said to no. There's more nuance. This is why you need coaching. This is why you need to be on the fucking membership.
Right, because there's things you know, there's things you don't know.
Because you will listen to us talk. You'll try to freeload on the information that we say in the lives, and not you, caller, per se. I'm just saying in general, right? A guy will come over here, he'll listen to us talk, and then he'll do that. He'll go out, he'll holler at 25 women a day, and then he'll get a couple of bitches on the team, and then he'll start seeing these chicks, like you're doing, like once a week, or he'll do something where he's following the rules of what he heard, but he doesn't know what to do next. Right. He doesn't understand the progression of what he's really doing.
Right. And also you don't understand the why behind it, because
you don't understand the reason behind it. Exactly.
Just like we were explaining, that's the why behind it. There's a reason why I say vet her for 12 months. There's a reason why I say the first 3 months should just be dick. You see what I'm saying? It's about the time and the energy. It's about the time and the value. It's about you understanding. Just like we say, if you're going to have a fuck buddy, this is how fuck buddy situations occur. If you're going to vet for a relationship, you see what I'm saying? There's a method to all the madness. So we want you guys to understand it. This is why you guys should get on the memberships, why you guys should get the coaching, so you understand the reason why. Because if you don't, you're going to do things and you're going to misinterpret certain things. And then you're not going to realize why you're getting the result that you're getting, because you misinterpreted what you heard because you didn't really fully understand it.
Facts. All right, man. We appreciate you. And thanks for sending in the extra support, man. We appreciate it, bro.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right, man. Take it easy. All right. And then also, I think there was 2 more free calls. We got time. Yeah, we got guys. We got about 15 minutes left. So please don't mess around. But we have shout out to Scales Fitness. He sent in a free call and Steph, 2 free calls from Steph. So we got three free calls. So guys, we got 15 minutes left. Please use the free calls if you're on the fence about calling or whatever. You confused niggas in the chat who asking all these complicated questions. Go ahead and use the free calls and call in. 704, you're on live with Lakari Miles. Name, age, city, what's going on? Are you supporting using the free call?
No, I'm gonna support, man.
Okay.
It's this Terrell 39 down in Miami, Florida.
So where'd you send it if you supporting?
Miles.
Okay. You said Terrell?
I just sent it over, yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Last name Wood?
Yeah.
Okay, got you. Okay, we in there. We good. Go ahead, brother.
All right. For sure. I just wanted to say, man, for one, y'all said straight facts on what you just said about, not giving it too much time, because that's exactly what happened in my situation. So I know exactly what y'all said on that. I guess that was part of the reason why I was calling in too, because literally had a chick, she came, messed with me. First she started getting at me or whatever. I was like, nah, I ain't really want to mess with it. Had her waiting off for about like 3 weeks. She just kept getting at me. Finally, I was like, you know what, skip it. Let me go ahead and, see what it's about. But at the time I was working on myself. So I wasn't really giving it too much attention or whatever. But I found it to be like some consistency, you know what I mean? Every time or whatever here and there. So long story short, like I said, I ended up having her move in with me.
Oh no.
It became a more consistent thing. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So do you have and thank you for cause you sent in enough for a story. So yeah, we got the story, but do you have a question to go with the story?
Yeah. So I guess my main question is like, where you think I went wrong? Cause, in that situation,
so how
was working on myself.
Long? What's the timeline? From the first time you smashed to the time you moved her in? What's the timeline?
From the first time I smashed to the time I moved her in?
Yeah.
Well, it was maybe about like 2 months.
Oh, jeez.
2 months.
So the backstory on that is that she was like, yo, like whatever you got going on, I'm willing to support. She was paying my bills. She was paying everything on it. She had everything going on. So I was like, you know what? You go ahead and move in with me.
Nope. She bought her way in. And you fell for it.
Okay.
She bought her 2 months, my nigga. 2 months. All right. Are you familiar? No. Are you familiar with the?
Well, this lasted for about like 7 years. So in that situation,
brother. Listen. You said that from the time that you first smashed to the time that you moved her in, it was 2 months, right?
Yeah, in that situation, yeah.
Okay,
but I knew I've been knowing her like for another like 4 years.
None of this matters. What you're saying right now matters not.
Yeah, none of that matters. The only thing that matters is once you guys started getting together. So you could have known her for 20 years, but the only thing that counts is from the point where y'all got together.
Right. And when we say together, dick and pussy, that's what we're talking about.
Right. For sure.
Right. So from that point,
so now, okay, 2 months in, you moved her in,
right?
And then 7 years passed.
Yeah.
And then, so what's the question? Like, what are we really trying to figure out?
So I guess my thing is like, on this time I was working on my business, right? I guess where I think I messed up at was I was arrogant enough not to get into too many details, but she had a lot of past trauma. She had a lot of things that she was going on with.
Right, which is why you don't move a bitch in 2 months in, right? But go ahead.
For sure. I mean, that's what I said. I learned this lesson, after this time or whatever. But trying to balance that out, I know I was arrogant enough to believe that I could work on another person's problems and at the same time work on my problems. But I guess my question to y'all is that when did I go wrong? Because it was the respect aspect that was there, from the beginning, as far as what I was working on, what I was doing.
Wait. So you saying, where did I go wrong? Because there was a respect aspect. So what are you saying? Are you saying that she started to lose respect for you? Did she start to call you out your name and be disrespectful? What happened? What are you saying?
In my opinion, she wasn't at the end of the terms, because there was an off and on situation that happened maybe like a year or so, because I literally left the situation. I said I was done with it. I can't do it no more. So I left. But we were still,
Wait, hold on. When'd you leave?
That was maybe like 3 years after we was, together.
And why? What was the reason?
Well, like I said, for one, I literally all of this happened at the same time, but I literally had a change in my mindset as far as like getting on the podcast like this, listening to, how to level up. For one, this probably don't really matter, but at the same time, I didn't have no father. I had no, father figures or anything. I only had my grandfather in my life, but at the same time, I was still searching on how to be a man. And in that situation, growing up, trying to just figure everything out by myself, I'd have seen some shit that I'd have followed, but at the same time, I never really had that true understanding of that. So that's where I was, on a journey of following, but I still have my core foundation, my principles. But
caller, what happened where you was like, I'm out of here? What was the thing?
When I felt that she was bringing up situations that, I was being inconsistent on the things that I'm trying to do, which, like I said, at the time, I realized and I understand that I was arrogant enough to feel that I can actually help someone else out in the situation at the same time helping myself out. But I know myself deep down inside, I said I wasn't going to take any disrespect as far as trying to bring up either one, that I'm not going to be consistent, or two, that I'm not going to be able to provide in this situation when I already told you up front what the situation was, that I'm not in a position to be in a relationship, that I'm not in a situation to actually provide for something, let alone provide with an individual with kids as well. So I already stated that up front.
Was she had kids?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
God damn. So wait. When you left on the third year, was that the first time some fucked up shit happened? Or what did fucked up shit happen beforehand?
That was like the first time that shit happened. Not the first time, but that was maybe in the span of about 6 months. And it was mainly because literally from my understanding, I literally had to switch as far as the way that I was moving with my program. I wasn't going out drinking, as much. I wasn't going out partying with her friends, a lot of her friends and everything. They weren't following the same path that I was going. I'm literally changing my whole mindset on everything. And that being said, she had the potential to follow that, but still not be able to, because she was still influenced by her friends. So with that being said, I was like, you know what? If this isn't lining up with the things that I'm doing right now, I get it, I understand. I'm gonna go ahead and remove myself from the situation.
Right.
She was, we was all right, but we still was, hooking up every now and again because I was in the city, and that's what it was. And then I thought because after the year it split, she might have came to a different opinion on things, but I was still working on my things, working on side businesses. I had little side gigs going on and everything, but nothing, financially stable that I wanted to be on. And the situation presented itself to be back with her.
Right. Well, that's the thing. What happens is that when you move too quick, you don't have enough time to teach a woman what it means to be with you. You see what I'm saying? And so, that's why vetting and all that other stuff is important, because when you start doing things based on emotion or just how you feel, then you create situations where drama and a lot of bullshit and a lot of disrespect's going to happen as a result. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I guess my question behind that is like, where did I lose the respect? Because of the simple fact that if I'm upfront with you as far as what I'm doing and what I got going on, and I'm not going into the relationship, I was upfront with everything on that. You said you was in agreement with that. I understand later down the line we catch feelings, because that's what she said. Literally, she wasn't trying to catch feelings. It was gonna be, a friendship thing. She wanted to help me out or whatever. I said, cool. We was on an agreement. Later down the line, it became a situation where she was pushing the issue of, what's going on, what we doing, what are we, and I kept telling her. I never lied to her. Never told her, said, yeah, we gonna be something or whatever. This friendship, this is situationship or whatever. So never let her on. But then, as the things progressed down the line, that's when the consistency happened, and I was like, you know what? If we can go ahead and stick this out, we can go ahead and maybe make something happen. But I feel like the respect was lost, somewhere in the middle of it. But
no, the respect was lost when you moved her in that 2 months. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
that's what it was.
Right. So that's that right there. Anything that happened after that was already that was it, bro. You just what I'm saying. Like, when you made that move, it was over.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because things that happen. God damn, what's going on? Where you at? So there's certain things that happen that you're not telling us that I know happened because of the decision you made to move her into 2 months.
Yo, listen, how long before she started acting up living in your crib, my nigga? Be honest.
That's what I'm saying. She wasn't acting up necessarily. It was the habits that I was getting tired of, like the drinking, the constant drinking. You know what I mean?
When was the first time? What was the first time she got drunk in your house when she moved after she moved in?
I mean, because just to be honest with you, like I said, we was both drinking or whatever, but she would take it, past the limit or whatever, and I'm like,
yo.
But it was like about 2 years.
You see, every time you open your mouth, you sound like you're trying to make up excuses for the bitch and for the situation and for the decisions that you made. Like, stop it, bro.
I got you. For sure.
Like
yeah,
this,
but about 2 years.
Like this is so okay. So I want you to understand that it's about a mindset, right? The mindset that you have is what got you in trouble. The mindset that you have is what allowed you to move in after only 2 months. The mindset that you have, noticing her habits and noticing things about her, or even choosing to ignore them and then still moving her in and things like that. That is what got you in the situation that you're in. So when we're dealing with things like this, we got to be super objective and straightforward, especially man to man. We talking about this. We trying to help you. We trying to give you exactly what it is. We got to be super objective. Right. We got to be super objective, because the thing is this. If you're not objective and every time you speak, you're making excuses like, oh, well, you got to understand that we were both drinking and all of this other shit. Look, you're not the same as the woman.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that rhetoric is only exposing your mindset. Mm-hmm. You're not the same as a woman. So the fact that the both of y'all was drinking don't mean shit. If she decided to get drunk in your house and become belligerent or disrespectful, we got a problem. Right. We got situations that we need to figure out. And then of course the 2 months time span is just come on, man. Like, no. Like a nigga like me, at this point I don't even believe in cohabitation. Like I must have PTSD like a motherfucker, because I don't even want to live with a female ever again in my life.
Right.
Ever again in my life. Yeah. No marriage, no fucking cohabitation. You can call me crazy, call me whatever the fuck you want to call me, but that's my program. You get what I'm saying? Right. And so these things are the way they are because that's the decision I made, and I know why I made them. So what I'm saying is, the reason why I'm saying all these things to you is that you have to start to look at your life and make decisions based on what you know is right. Mm-hmm. What you know is right. All of that, oh well, she had trauma and she had this and all these different situations, and I was trying to be understanding and I was doing this and and she helped pay for my shit and she helped pay my bills. And no, bruh. Like, you gotta be a man for real. You can't have no woman paying your bills. You can't have no woman buying. Right. Like, if she helping you pay your bills, yeah, you could pay my bills, but you ain't moving in nowhere.
Right. Exactly.
You understand? You could help a nigga out if you want to. If you're doing it out of the goodness of your heart, I appreciate it. But you're not moving in nowhere, because think about it like this. She claims she paying your bills, but if she move in with you, don't your bills now become her bills? So what the fuck is she really paying at this point?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So this is why we got to think of things objectively. We got to think of things we say the truth is inside you every show for a reason, bro. We got to look at the truth of the situation and stop trying to come up with these excuses, because the flexibility of excuses is what gets a lot of us in trouble as men. Mm-hmm. We know what's right. We know what's right. You say, and I'm sure you've seen a few of the red flags before you even moved her in. Within the first 2 months, I'm sure you've seen a couple of red flags. I'm sure you've seen a couple the trauma. And you say she had kids and all this other shit. I'm sure you noticed all of this shit, bro. But you still went against your better judgment and you moved her in, which leads to the situation that you're in now. You see what I'm saying? So all these things mean something. All of these things mean something. Right. So you make decisions based on your masculine identity. Know who you are and then make the decisions accordingly.
Right. And also
that's my journey on it, though. So like I said, at that time frame, I wasn't thinking straight because I just lost my mother, whatever. No excuses, whatever. But at the same time, I was like, trying to just figure out things out or whatever. But at that particular time, I was like, you know what? This might be something that's steady while I'm working on my, purpose or whatever. I can get something going or whatever. But I realized now that was a bad decision. But I guess, like you said too, that was where I messed up at going into it like that. But yeah.
Right. And also too, you have to see, this is the thing, guys, you got to understand, women are not stupid. So what they do is they're seeing how you move so that they can know how to treat you. You understand what I'm saying? So for example, let's say you met me and Miles at an event or whatever, and I was selling these books and Miles is selling his soap and shit, right? And then so you came up to us, right? And you say, yo, Miles, let me get a soap and let me get that book real quick. And then you gave us Monopoly money. And then we just took it and was like, oh, thanks, bro. Appreciate that. You would laugh and be like, these niggas are suckers. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're saying, oh, let me see what I could do to get away with this. And let me see if they allow it. You understand? So what the woman did was she basically was like, oh, let me do this. Let me say this. Let me act this way and see if I can get away with it. And she did. So therefore, soon as she realizes that she can get away with it, she don't respect you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they work.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're asking, when did the respect leave? It was as soon as she realized that she could play you for a sucker and then you continue to deal with her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it works.
Wait, so when I'm just like trying to paint the picture in my mind. So when she moved in, she brought the kids too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How many?
She did.
How many?
2.
2, and you have 0, correct?
Correct.
Damn.
Well, so why the fuck you think she was helping you out and paying your bills and shit and all this? And guys, man, look, condolences, my brother, and I hope I could keep it together when I lose somebody important to me, because that hasn't happened to me yet. But again, this is where the strength of the trust that we need to have in ourselves comes in, because you think she don't know. Do you think for one second that she didn't know and realize that she could find a way in your time of weakness?
Well, in that situation, it was like I said, just going into a little bit deeper story on it. But she had lost someone that she was involved with at the time. Maybe about 2 months before that, and actually I knew that individual as well. So I also lost my mom's or whatever.
So wait. So both of y'all came together on some trauma bond shit.
I guess you could say that. Yeah. But at the same time, I was already messed up trying to figure my things out or whatever. So that's where I know I was rebuilding on my situation. She was more so looking to try to get over her relationship with that situation. It was starting off as we just go in and fuck. That's why I didn't even want to entertain it. I turned it down for about 3 weeks.
Damn.
Like literally, like it was like I didn't even try to mess with it.
Come on. See, you see. Your initial mind told you what was right. What was right. And then 3 weeks in, on a night of weakness, you fell victim.
It's true.
Jesus Christ.
And she talked good game on that. And that's what I'm saying. And also not to add to the fact that, she was like, yo, I go ahead. I support what you got going on. I'll do this. I'll do that or whatever. And she did. And she stayed loyal and she stayed down to that situation.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I realized that I wasn't there mentally to do the things. I still had relapses of things that I was trying to go with a span of like 2 to 3 years. Like I said, in between drinking and going out and everything like that, I said, you know what? I'm tired of that. I can't do that no more because that's taking me off my purpose. Right. So I quit all of that. Literally quit drinking, smoking, going out with friends, dismissed all of that. Yeah. And in that situation, between myself being changed and also trying to get around better people that are doing better things, I realized she was stuck in those same ways.
So I want you to notice. I want you to notice something. I want you to notice that you decided to stop drinking and smoking and all that, and she didn't follow your lead.
Right.
I need you to notice that, and I also have a question for you. So that night when you finally gave in, you still remember that night, don't you?
Yeah.
Because that was some of the best sex you ever had in your life.
No, I ain't gonna say that.
I'm telling you.
What was the best? What was the best sex is when she was paying for everything, and I was like, you know what? All right, cool. We can go ahead and take care of it. But no, that wasn't the best. But it was consistently good though.
Nah, that shit had you sprung, nigga. She was
No,
she was like,
no.
she
The
was
Sprunk
like,
was at 19. I remember the Sprunk was 19 chocolate. It was right after a city prime that was going on. So that I can't deny that one. I knew that exactly.
she was like, I got me a place to live in 2 months. I got this nigga. Like,
but she already had her place. So, it just wasn't what she was wanting to. Whatever she wanted to expand to a better place, and
right.
at the time it presented itself, I was like, you know what, this will work out in this situation, whatever. So I thought at the time it worked out in the best situation because she was understanding, and at the same time, I was working on my purpose. I wasn't really looking to get into a relationship or anything like that. I was trying to take out time for me.
Exactly.
I realized I think where I went wrong because I was arrogant.
Yeah.
Trying to fix somebody else, also fixing me.
Yeah, time for you means you gotta be alone, bro. Like, you can't have time for you with no woman and 2 kids in the house. That it don't work that way. It don't work that way. All right. But we appreciate the call. We appreciate the support, man. Thank you for your call. Thank you for sharing your story. All right.
All right, appreciate y'all. Y'all take it easy now.
Take it easy, brother. All right. So we got 346. You were on live with Lakari and Miles. Name Age City. Are you using the free call or are you supporting?
Man, I am supporting. Fuck that free shit. The game ain't free.
All right, I appreciate you, brother. Go ahead. What's your name? Age City. What's going on with you? Where did you? Well, sorry. Where did you send it?
To you, Miles.
Okay.
I'm Tita Goon 22. That's my shit. It's got the Dragon Ball Z.
Gotcha. I'm with you. I got you there, buddy. All right, appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. Go ahead. And
all right. So
and how old are you, real quick?
Oh, I'm 24.
24. Okay. All right. Dragon Ball anime click. What's going on with y'all? All right.
Yeah. So look, I've been listening to y'all since I was like, I want to say 18 or 19.
Wow,
I'm 24 now.
Appreciate it.
I've been wanting to call in, but I just never did.
Right.
But I was watching the show Lucario did with I forgot his name, but the guy with the glasses and the hat, the big hat.
K Zagan, maybe?
No, not K Zagan. The other guy, like he does the panel with y'all like every.
Mr. 1950. No, 19. No, you do a show with Steve. He does a show with Steve.
No, not Steve, because I called in the Steve show too.
Okay.
It was fuck, man, I can't remember his name.
How many shows did he do, Lucario?
He talking about Too Dapper. That's what he talking about.
Oh, Too Dapper. Shout out to Too Dapper. Yeah.
Okay, so what is that?
Okay, let's get to it, man. Come on now, we on OT. Let's go.
Yes, sir. My bad. But look, so I was watching the show and y'all brought up She's Out of My League, the film, right?
Mm.
I literally stopped that fucking show to go watch that film to use it to learn some shit. And like that shit has so much game in it. Like I didn't even know what to do with myself when I was watching it. Like it was fucking insane.
Mm.
And I literally called Steve's show and asked the question of like, the pedestalization shit and how to stop pedestalizing shit outside of me and all this other shit. And then that happens and I'm like, yo, like it was just crazy. I don't really have a question, but like I just wanted to call in and say that because that watching that shit like kind of changed my perspective on everything. Mm. And like, yeah, man, that shit, I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all like, just giving gems, whether it's in films, music, whatever the fuck it is.
Yes, sir.
Like I just appreciate that.
All right. Well, hey, we appreciate you for you say you've been watching since 18, you 24 now. That's like what, 6 years, man. We appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you for supporting the game, man.
Hey, and look, in the future, I want to call you guys while y'all doing the show and approach women like for a couple minutes on live because niggas always talking about receipts and all that goofy shit.
Nah, we can't really do that. That's kind of against the it might be against YouTube policy and shit. Yeah. Because it's about the privacy of the female, and if she says her name out loud while we're on live, and if something happens, and we can't really do that.
Y'all liable for that.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
But that would be fun as hell, though.
Nah, it would be. But maybe when we have another event, when we come out and we do some field shit, we could get it popping. All right.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Man, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna call in the future. I appreciate it.
All right, brother. You stay safe, man. We appreciate you, man. Thanks for supporting the show.
Yes, sir.
All right, so, real quick, so Unique 79, if you want to call up on the phone, you gotta call up now because we're about to wrap this shit up. You know what I'm saying? So
why can't he call this number again?
I don't know. He doesn't go through wherever he's at.
Pounds is heavy, man. Well, we got 860-860. I mean, if you know, if he calls in, we could pause. But 860, you're on live with Lakari and Miles. Name, age, city, and where did you send it, or are you using the free call?
22, Caleb, and I'm using a free call.
All right, Caleb, what's going on with you, man? You said 22. All right, what's your question? Go ahead.
Yeah, so I just need a little punch in my chest here. Like, so what is it when you get like this conditional confidence? Because I feel like sometimes
confidence is not conditional, so you don't have confidence. Rephrase your question. Rephrase your question.
Okay, so I have conditional. There's sometimes I approach females and I tell them what I want, and then there's sometimes I'm talking to them, I'm like, I can't, blurt out what I want or just say it. So I just wanted to know, like, why that is.
So what's the difference between the times you can say it and the times you can't?
Honestly, I'm gonna say it's I notice mostly it's online. Online I can say whatever I want, but in person sometimes it's just I can't.
Well, yeah, that's because you're scared to say what you want in person because you're gonna get direct feedback. Whereas online, you're like, well, we're in a phone, so it's not gonna be a hard thing for you. So the thing is that you just got to go out there and practice approaching women more in public or in person and interacting with them so that you get used to and comfortable saying what you want to say.
Yeah, good caller. Do you know how to ride a bike?
No.
Oh shit. Do you play video games?
No.
What do you do? What the fuck do you do, homie?
I just work out.
You just work out. Okay, let me ask you this. So when you say you work out, that means you lift weights?
Yeah.
Okay, so the very first time that you lifted weights, were you good at it?
No.
Okay, and you probably got sore too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but after you did it a few times, you didn't feel as sore, and you got better with your form and with your sets and the organization of your workouts, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so how many women have you spoke to in this last week in person?
In person, like 5. Online, like 10-ish that responded back to me.
Where did you speak to? No. I don't give a fuck about the online chicks. Where did you speak to these chicks? These quote unquote 5 chicks. Where did you speak to them?
Our colleges. I just pulled up because I don't go to college. I just pulled up to a random college and just walk around and see who I could talk to.
Okay, and you said you did that 5 times?
No, I didn't do it 5 times. I spoke to five girls that I seen that I liked.
Oh, so one approach and multiple women?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we need more approach. We need more reps. Just like how like how you work out, you can't just go in the gym and do 1 rep, right? You got to do a bunch of reps, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to rep it up, homie. We need to go. We need to. So you need to once you've done at the college campus, then you need to go out and go to the bar or go in the downtown area or go since you be in the gym a lot and that's because that's all you do. You holla at bitches in the gym. Now, when I say holla, I don't necessarily mean you need to try to date them, but you need to start learning how to interact socially so you can get used to it. That's what we're trying to get you to understand. Okay.
Oh no, I can do that. I'm not bad at me in the control. I can do that. I be talking to females at the gym. It's just when it comes to, because I'm 22, so I ain't trying to date or nothing. It's just when it comes to like telling them that I'm trying to just hook up, that'd be the problem. Like I can start a conversation. It's just when it comes to that part, I feel like I just be going around in circles and just.
So you need to practice that part then. Practice that part. Fuck it. Practice that part. Yeah, you need to get reps with that part.
Mm-hmm. I started listening to stuff too. I'm on the Bible membership, so.
Okay.
Where's your family from?
Nigeria.
Gotcha. Yeah. Your accent on some other shit.
Right.
Well,
you just got to put yourself out there more so that you get more reps in, so that you learn how to do this. See, what you guys got to understand is that talking to women is easy, right? You just have to. The only hard part about talking to women
is talking to more women. That's the only difficult part about it. You understand what I'm saying? So basically what the problem is that so this is the thing. Just like how you get your reps in the gym and you get stronger.
Yeah.
The same way where you do that damn near every day or consistently is the same way where you got to talk to women consistently.
Right.
So the thing is that it's not hard for you. Like basically none of this is really hard. The only hard part is being consistent with it. If anything, you see what I'm saying? That's all it is. Because if you're consistent, the results that you want automatically happen.
Exactly. So caller, all you got to do, right, is go up to the girl and say this. Just say this exactly. Okay. You got you taking notes? Okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right. Say this exactly.
I like you and I want you. Now we can do this the easy way or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours.
Okay. That's all you got to say. Okay.
I feel like I think
or you know what you can say. You know what else you can say? Just like kind of dance up to him and say this.
I want to have intercourse with you. Ooh, yeah, intercourse with you.
Okay, just say that, bro, and you be just fine. Just get your reps in. It's the reps that's gonna help you because you're probably self-conscious about your accent too, being from Nigeria and all that. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah. Yeah, but let it play to your strengths. Let it play to your strengths.
Okay.
You say you work out a lot and you 22. That means you should have a decent physique, right? So
I just started. I used to be overweight. I was 300 pounds. I just started working out. So
how much you weigh now?
I'm at 240 right now.
Okay, congratulations. You lost 60 pounds. But again, that's an accomplishment. You use that as fuel to fuel your masculine identity and your confidence. Because if you can do that, then what can't you do? You understand? You did that. No, listen, brother. Listen, please calm down. You have to look at the fact that how did you lose 60 pounds? You did that through consistency and effort, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if you anything else in this life that you want, what the fuck you think it is? What you think the formula is? Consistency and effort. That's it. Y'all niggas is 22 years old. You know how many bitches you gotta talk to? Y'all just started, nigga.
Right.
Y'all niggas is in your fucking 20s. You know how many bitches you still got to talk to?
Mm-hmm.
Stop fucking playing with me. Y'all niggas, 20-year-old niggas be calling up talking about, I want more stuff to happen in my dating. I want more sex. Get to work.
Mm-hmm.
What are we talking about? You just started. You're 20. Y'all little niggas is so impatient. What the fuck you think?
I'm telling you.
Just because we got AI and social media and information comes at you at a fucking alarming rate for no reason, that everything is just going to come to you like that? No, put in work.
That's a fact. Real shit. Real shit.
That's your punch in the chest, man. That's your fucking punch in the chest, little nigga. Y'all little niggas is young. You just started. You're a baby.
And you got that.
Nigga.
You got energy, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, and you got all the fucking energy in the world. You're 20, nigga. When I was 22, me and Lucario, nigga, we used to fucking rip Lower East Side apart, and that was after going to Times Square.
Exactly.
Nigga, we would walk from Times Square to the Lower East Side. Not even fuck the train. Every bitch we saw going from 42nd Street all the way down to the Alphabet City.
Right, exactly.
Everything we saw.
Exactly.
What the fuck? Y'all little niggas y'all better stop. Y'all better stop playing with me. You're in your 20s. You have work to do.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck is the matter with y'all? Y'all think this shit come easy?
Right, exactly.
Come on, man. Stop that shit, man. Get to work, nigga. Get your reps up. Get your fucking reps up and stop playing with niggas, bro. You're young. Use all of that to your advantage, and most importantly, have a good fucking time.
Exactly.
Have a good time. Stop acting like this shit is a chore. This is life. Enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're in your 20s? Nigga, when I was in my 20s, I had the six-pack popping and the fresh baldy and shit. Nigga, Miles Cunningham was out there killing shit. Nigga, you dumb? You niggas better get on your job and enjoy this fucking time of your life. This is the time. All y'all niggas that's in your 20s, this is the time. This is the time for you to holler at as many bitches as you can, to develop that thick skin, to enjoy the exhilaration of hollering at a bitch and saying something clever and then fucking her that night. And then she never calls you again. And you wonder why, but you move on to the next bitch any fucking way because it's life.
Remember this, Mousy? This was us when we was young.
We're about to go to act some hot chicks in one of these teams. Let's see how it goes. I think you're hot, but I need to know. You don't think you're hot? Why not? You're insecure?
Keep your chin up, woman.
We have to. Do you think you're hot?
No.
Why not? What's not hot about you?
I'm tired. I gotta work.
Oh.
So that makes you not hot?
I'm hot. I'm not hot.
You're an employed woman. You're hot to me. Chicks have low self-esteem.
I just have low self-esteem.
You had who?
I have low self-esteem.
You have low self-esteem? Are you serious? She's joking.
Most of them don't know what an orgasm feels like, so they're turned off by sex. What is a man supposed to do? I'm just asking for general men. I have no problems with this because I have a lovely woman at home.
So am I hotter than you? Look at me. Am I hotter than you?
Yes, you are.
I mean, that's true, but I'm just, I just want to see.
Start joking. She must be joking. Please tell me you're joking.
Yo, I said to her, yo, am I hotter than you? She said, yeah. I'm like, that's true.
Yo. Ask me when did I find out that bitches already knew they wasn't shit, huh? What the fuck are we talking about, nigga? Enjoy your life, homie. You're in your 20s, nigga. Work out. Use that high metabolism to your fucking advantage and holla at these bitches and have fun. What are we doing, man? What are we doing? Come on, man. Yo, caller, man. Appreciate your call, brother. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for supporting the show. All right.
Thank you.
All right. That's it. Let me kill this Skype so we could get to these questions. Get the fuck up out of here.
Facts. All right. So what was we at with the questions? The old school shit. So the woman cheats on her husband with you. Was that because of you or was it her decision? It's always her decision. You understand what I'm saying? This is what you guys got to understand about the game. The game is you giving the woman the opportunity to make the decision to fuck with you. You understand what I'm saying? You're allowing her the opportunity to make the decision to make it happen. That's what it's about. It says, any advice with narcissistic parents? I co-own a restaurant business with them in Michigan. I watched you guys for years and I know it's off topic, so I don't want to take up the show because it's a lot.
Get some coaching.
Well, you need to get some coaching, but I'll just say, listen, man, I would say you say you co-own a restaurant. Do you co-own it, or are you working for them? You understand what I'm saying? I need to know.
That's why you need to get some coaching so we could break down the whole thing.
Exactly. Says, why are you guys? What are you guys' thoughts on spinning the block on a chick you used to smash back in college?
Nope.
Nah, you just gotta just keep it moving, get new women. A lot of times you want to spin the block because you ain't got nothing else going on in the situation. You understand? What's the difference between a Mac, a player, and a hustler? Oh, that's a whole different that's a whole show we could do on that, but we'll do that later. You say you're gonna call in the next one. You said you're saying less time equals more value on your dick / presence. Why is Miles talking about do you take her on dates if she is just the jump off? No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about in the context of what the guy, when the caller called in, he was having issues with retaining the situation.
Right.
What we were saying was the reason why he's having issues retaining it is because he didn't realize that the women perceived him as a fuckboy. And then when you're perceived as a fuckboy, certain things occur. You understand? Right. You guys, let me tell you something. Like, I try to tell you guys, right? Like, you have to understand that when you're doing what you're doing in this game, you have to understand that everything matters. So the context matters, the moves you're making matter, the things you should say matter. All those things matter because that's going to create a certain scenario and situation. Right? So, for example, the reason why I do not, talk on the phone with women and, text them and go back and forth before the date or say a bunch of, sexy ass shit is because doing that, right, a lot of times in certain situations gets a woman more attached and hooked. Right now, what I'm saying is that I don't want a woman attached or hooked until I know that she's worth even being in the situation, which is why I vet her and see if she's going to be consistent. You understand what I'm saying? And so there's a reason why I do that, because you got to understand the balance of the game. You see what I mean? But a lot of times guys don't understand the balance of the game. So guys just do things and then they wonder why they get certain results. They're like, why this girl tripping? Why is she acting that way? Well, she's acting that way because you made her, but you told her to spend the night. She's acting that way because y'all was cuddling. She acting that, you see what I'm saying? So now she thinks you care.
Right.
And now because you actually don't really care, when you told her to leave, now she feels some type of way. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand how you doing shit. Now, when I tell a girl to leave, she doesn't have a problem. Why? Because she knew I didn't care in the first place. She's like, this nigga ain't even calling me, texting me, nothing. He don't give a shit.
Nothing.
So she already knows. You see what I mean? So now when I do care about a chick, then it becomes a different thing. But I only care based on the type of time, energy, and efficiency she puts in the situation. You see what I'm saying? So this says, so if you're transitioning from a fuck buddy to vetting her longer, can you go from once or twice a month to
listen? No. These type of questions, get on the Bad Boy membership and get some coaching. Fuck out of here.
Coaching, yeah, because I'm like, I don't know.
We explain way too much with the caller. So hit the playback or get on the membership, man.
Right. It says, if I was talking to a girl for a while and I told her to meet me up when she comes to my city, should I check in with her once in a while? No. Okay, so he basically saying if he I guess he's talking to a chick and tells her to meet up when she comes to the city, should I check in on her once in a while? No. All you got to do is tell her, hey, holler at me when you get to the city.
That's it.
And if she's interested in seeing you, she will holler at you when she gets to the city. Then when she hollers at you and says, hey, what's up? I'm in your city. You say, hey, cool. I'm free this day. Come through and let's get it cracking. That's it. You guys don't need to see. Y'all think I need to check up on chicks because y'all think the girl's going to forget you. Y'all think the girl, you got to like talk to her more and get her involved in all that other shit. You don't need to do that. See, this is the thing, guys. I'm going to say this. Women have tricked y'all into thinking that they need more time and energy in order for them to be interested in you. This is what they get you thinking. They get you thinking like let's say this is the amount of interest they have in you, right? And if you don't talk to her, then her interest is getting low. If you don't spend time, the interest, if you don't do all these things, so you got to keep doing these things to keep, no, you don't have to do any of that shit. A woman tricks you into that to try to manipulate you into giving her more attention. That's it. You don't need to fucking check in on a girl, talk to her every few weeks, do all this other shit. You understand? Like, bro, this is one chick I remember. I matched with her on Tinder. She was like, hey, I'm going to be out of town. I'm not going to be back for it was 3 weeks or a month or some shit. So I said, cool, hit me when you get back. Right. So I done forgot about the girl. I got a text. She was like, hey, I'm back in the city. I was like, who this? And then she sent me the picture and I was like, oh, what's up? I done forgot who the fuck she was and everything.
Right.
So she hit me back and then I said, yeah, we set it up and we made it happen. Right. So I didn't need to check in on her and WhatsApp her and, oh, how's it going over there and so and none of that. You see what I'm saying? You don't got to do none of that. If she's interested, right, shit will go down, period. You don't got to do all this checking in and rubbing her feet and making her comfortable and all this other shit, man. You guys got to get out that nonsense. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Anything else you want to say before we wrap it up?
Yeah, guys, make sure you go to Shop Lucario. Shop Lucario, get the online dating tips featuring April MC and Miss Lucario. And then also you can also get the ebook to this. You understand? You can get a lot more stuff over there, man.
Go to shoplucario.com.
Yes, sir.
Online dating consultations, hit us up. Also, make sure you guys go to masculineidentity.com, get the soap. Make sure you get the soap. Get that shit. Do it right now. Do it. Also, make sure you guys join the Masculine Identity membership and the Bad Boy membership. You feel me? And
and then tomorrow we got the Manhood is a Skill Set show. Shout out to K-Zag, Jay Roman. What time are you going live?
Yeah, live at 5. So make sure you hit me up. And the Real Game No Theory show Sunday. So make sure you guys.
Yes, Real Game No Theory on Sunday. Shout out to 1950, Steve the Dean, K-Zag, and Lakari and myself. We'll be out there noon Eastern time. Make sure y'all tune in. We appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to all the callers. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We do this. We got the game for y'all. So think about joining the memberships, guys, or at least schedule a consultation if you really got some things you want to talk about, man. Let's get it going. We're here to help you to recognize the value in yourself to put you in the best position to win. This is not a fucking game. We know we try to make the show entertaining, but this is not entertainment. This is real fucking shit. Like we trying to save lives out here. It's a lot of you guys in fucked up situations, and you know you need some help, man. Let your ego go and set up a consultation. Let's get some progress. Let's go.
Facts. All right, people. So that's pretty much it. We'll holler at y'all later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We going.
I can take the dick off the table based upon my standard. You aren't going to get hold of this dick if you ain't being the woman I need you to be. You need to realize that you need to cook, clean. You got to understand that you're not the only woman. And if you can accept that, that's fine. That's just the beginning, because you got to work hard for me, because I work hard for me. So that means if you get with me, it's not going to be easy street, because I need to be satisfied, because it ain't no happy wife, happy life bullshit. It's happy Steve, happy Steve.
Being strong with self, understanding who you are, is the biggest defense to bitch ass weak men.
And there's no excuses for the men not to be strong. But see, there's so many forces, and then so many men are embracing weakness.
I can't stand weak men. Like I don't like to talk to them. It's hard for me to talk to these losers. I've always been a winner at the winner's table.
You know, I believe it's a sin to impregnate a woman who can't raise a child, you know, or impregnate a woman who's not fit to be a mother. And I think we have a responsibility in what we see today in these weak ass little feminine boys.
I can't tell another man what to do, but I can't dress feminine. I can't wear nail polish. It's just something that I can't do. Why? Because if I'm walking down the street and somebody's having trouble with a flat tire, I want them to feel that they can come to me and ask me, hey man, could you help me out with this? Because those are the type of things that a man will help out with. So I need to look like a man so they can know where to come for help.
Yeah, it is such a thing as toxic masculinity in the minds of bitch ass motherfuckers.
Talk about masculinity, assertiveness, authenticity, transparency. How can a guy who's straight up and honest with what he does be toxic?
If the media can train you to think something bad about it, you hear the word and you want to instantly have a certain reaction. You stop thinking, you start feeling. And when people learn to think and feel and not think through their feelings, that's when they can evaluate a person holistically. And they can say, is this toxic masculinity, or did I just hear something I didn't like? And why did I not like it? And they only let me go within myself to see why.
I don't never look at no motherfucker and say, oh, that's a toxic masculine motherfucker. I never ever had, I didn't even know. That was an invented concept from a weak motherfucker that was like, I'm just tired of this motherfucker trying to tell me what to do and bully you over me with this bullshit.
What's going to make you successful is just understanding who you are and getting your mind right and being happy with who you are. That is the thing that's going to really make you successful. Because after you get all the toys, after you get all these things going on, you've had sex with all the women you want to have sex with, you traveled all the places, you're still going to be you, and you're going to always come back to you.
Why do I do this? Why are we even doing this documentary? I want guys to be in the best position possible. There's no way that I'm raising my voice or calling you a bitch ass nigga because I'm trying to hurt your feelings. I'm calling you a bitch ass nigga because you're doing bitch ass nigga shit. And if you continue doing bitch ass nigga shit, you're going to end up in bitch ass nigga situations. You get what I'm saying? So when I call you a bitch ass nigga, trust me, it's because I love you.
Game Kings 2, the definition of man, is out right now. Click the link below or go straight to